Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly marshal, your super marshal today, because today we are carrying on with a adventure we're playing using Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, and we are making very good use of their recent release, the Superpowers Companion. And we are also making use of an adventure published several years ago by Modiphius Entertainment, and that would be Achtung Cthulhu's Heroes of the Sea. This is a modified version of it, set to be fit in a very marvelous World War II setting. So if you are intending on playing the Achtung Cthulhu Heroes of the Sea adventure, just proceed knowing that we will be having some spoilers in this session. But with that out of the way, allow me to introduce you to the stars of today's session. Why don't you guys tell us who you are and who you're playing today? First up is Darren.
Yeah, Darren here. I'm playing Thomas Halloway, who is the Angel.
Very nice. And his stalwart companion slash sidekick slash fellow hero is played by John.
Not a sidekick, bub. Main kick. No, I'm playing Logan. I'm Jonathan. I'm everybody's playing Logan. Everybody's favorite Wolverine in to be Weapon X nice. in the timeline future.
So, guys, it has been a couple of weeks since we played this one. I will say for those listening at home, we are still, for those who have been regulars on the channel, we've been having some issues with Roll20's cameras in the last little while. That remains to be the case. We've got everything working right now, but there will be some strange overlaps over the course of the session, so I do apologize for that. But what happened last time, guys?
That's a good question. Beginning of the last session, we left the little village, I believe, where we found the agent. What was her name? Name.
That's Scarlet something.
Was it Scarlet?
She had red hair, but no, it wasn't.
Some reason I didn't open my notes.
Let's see.
It was Agent Angel you were looking for. And her name is, let's see. It's in the briefing, I believe. There we go.
I was looking and it's too early.
There we go.
Perturbation.
Agatha. Agatha Marchand.
Oh, yeah. So we'd found Agatha. We hadn't been able to wake her up from some almost coma state. So we decided, or we managed to negotiate with the good people of the village that they would transport her back to sort of Allied lines, hopefully get her some help, and then we were going to push on to the sort of port on the coast.
Yeah, Newport.
Where
so you guys were in Mazakin right now, and you are pushing up towards Newport. It is taking, because of how there's troops, German troops, all the way along here, and the roads themselves, even for you, if you think you'd make, I guess there's German troops, and there are hedges, and there are, flooded areas. You have decided to make use of the roads for a bit as well, but the roads are full of ruined bridges and destroyed vehicles that are obstructing the way, roadblocks that are trying to obstruct either the oncoming Germans or the retreating British Expeditionary Force and French army. Do you recall that you came across a refugee camp as well?
Yes, we did. Got some information from them. I got, I think, resupplied with some of our grenades.
Yep.
And then I believe I flagged out some German troops searching for us and ran out into the field and got shot quite a bit, as usual.
Yep.
And nearly killed a little boy.
Yeah, you were thankfully recovered at the very last second from that.
Is my conviction.
And I think because feeling that it was not safe for you to remain with them, you guys decided to take a drive at night. And let's take a look back and see what your last driving. Oh, it's a -1 and a 3.
Oh, yeah, we ended up flipped, didn't we?
We did. So that is where we are opening our session, is with our heroes upside down in a vehicle on the outskirts of some town in near the border of the Netherlands and Belgium.
Wasn't there a plane that tried to sort of strafe, like
there was
a
at
column
least
of
oh yes, there was. Yeah, that happened as well. Yeah, and some kid thought you were a hero published by another company.
Oh yeah.
The second plane you took down.
Yeah, that's right. You what do you call it? There was that as well. All right, so we've got everyone's bennies tapped up. It's been a few weeks since we've played this, so for those listening at home, we may need to look up some things as we go, but Savage Worlds isn't that complicated of a system, so hopefully we will be good to go here. But we currently have our heroes upside down in a vehicle, and we have not yet determined whether you've landed on dry or wet land. So let's start with that. And let me double check one thing here. I just want to make sure I've got something loaded that I needed to have loaded. I think I did when we played last time, but then it was it's been a busy couple of weeks. Let's see here. There's that. Oh, I did. Great. All right. Okay, so then, guys, let's have Darren, why don't you kick us off with a quick roll to see if give us a 1d10, or 1d4 roll. On a 4, it'll be water. Otherwise, not. Okay. So, you're upside down. It is dark. What do you guys plan on doing next?
Crawling out.
Is it easy enough to get out of the vehicle, or is it quite badly mangled?
No, I think that it wasn't that you hit the thing at high speed. It's just that you happened to turn off of the road, and I think both of you made successful agility checks. Yeah, so neither you're going to get banged up in that. So really, it's just a matter of you're upside down in the vehicle. Yeah. And it's the dark. So.
This was pre-seatbelt laws, right?
This is pre-seatbelt laws. It is also a time when they made the entire vehicle out of steel, though. So gotcha. The chance of it collapsing in on you is not great.
Okay, well let's get away from the vehicle in case there's any sort of leaks or any sort of explosions or anything.
Logan peels himself off the steering wheel and crawls through the window.
Mm-hmm. And I think
never trusted these things. These are death traps.
Let me see here. Yeah, motorcycles. Motorcycles is where it's at for Logan.
You can't get pinned under a motorcycle.
Okay, let's see. So the movement is currently... Yeah, so... Let's see here. I think you guys are around... where's my measuring tool? Here we go. I think you guys are around here right now.
You on a map?
Yeah, we're not on the map screen in a minute.
Did I not have you over there? Oh, because I didn't bring you over. God dang, this thing's frustrating. Here we go. Sorry guys, forgot that. I gotta move the thing over.
It's early for all of us.
Oh, this is more to the fact that the Roll20 has decided to update their camera system.
Groove, man. Throw off your groove.
Okay, so you guys here now?
Yes.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, so here we go. You guys have gone from Mazigan here up to about here, I believe, between Luzerne and Ypres. That sound right?
Yeah, we was getting close to that Luzerne, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, we were camping out like right over here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
So you guys are you pull yourself out, and it doesn't. Oh, let's do this. Because Savage Worlds has a fun way of generating random encounters. Let's see if anyone has heard what this crash. Let me go to my encounters section. Here you go. There we go. Oh, that's just wonderful. So anytime a Joker is drawn, guys, we get to reshuffle the deck for one, so that's good. It also opens the way for some terrific DM bullshittery. There we go. Shuffle the deck. All right, so you guys can picture. Let me see if we've got an illustration of a darkened field here. I don't think I do. So why don't we add a new page here? Yeah. Okay. And I'll bring you guys over here. All right, so we need a... We're going to try using the actual battle mat this time. Let me see if I've got my grid set up. I'll turn it on after I get this. No. Turn on now. Okay. Well, that's definitely a good start to the session. The Marshal getting a Joker. Okay. So what I can tell you is that it does seem as if, as you're pulling yourself out, it's like pitch black for a bit, and then you see some flashing like whitish blue light, and you think to yourself like, "Oh, great! We're going to get rain to this as well." It has been raining in Dunkirk, or the Dunkirk region, for a couple of days as well, but it has been mercifully dry the last 2 days that you guys have been traveling here. That's what I want here. Trying to find a map of... I just need a simple road connection here, guys. Let's see. Nope, I got all the accoutrements for it, but not an actual road. All right. Let's see. Where are you? Nope. Okay, where the heck? No. Sorry, guys. I thought that I had this easy at hand here. It appears I was mistaken.
But like doing it on the fly under pressure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't call it pressure. It's not exactly fucking rocket surgery here. All right. Let's see. Let's try. Dish. Nope. All right. I'm looking at my road things to see if I've got a map of the road here, and I have a utility rover, I have a road warden, and I have apparently another road agent from Flames of Freedom, but no maps of a road. So that's unfortunate. All right, so we're doing a Theater of the Mind. So what you guys can picture, let me get back to you guys here. Let's do... Yeah, let's do it here. Okay. All right, so what happens is you guys get out. It is... neither of you has, I believe, any kind of like dark vision or anything like that, right?
Nope.
Not up.
I don't think so.
So it is quite dark, but you can see that the sky is, or at least the area around you is being eliminated. And for a moment you think like, oh shit, like someone's put up a flare and you're about to be mowed down by machine gun fire. But it's worse than that. Because you look up and what you can see is that there is a woman drifting there. Okay, drifting there. Oh, roll 20. You've got to fix this fucking camera thing. I keep hitting it when it populates the handouts. They go right underneath where the cameras are as well. Like, it's just, this is unacceptable. Roll 20. This is what you see floating above you. Is this woman seemingly surrounded by a nimbus of lightning. It also illuminates the swastika on her armband and the black of her armor. Oh, you guys have done this. Logan, you do speak German, I think, and Angel, you used your ability to...
Jack of all trades, I think.
Yeah, to get access to it, right?
Broken German or whatever, yeah.
What you hear is this woman says, the Tommies. We were looking for you. And would you both give us a notice check, please? I'll come check that in just a moment. I'm just putting her...
Said we...
And if you have anything that... I can't remember what Logan's got as far as his his powers are concerned. If you've
got to smell.
I think I'd let you add that to this one as well.
It's nothing that Investigator would cover, is it?
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay.
It's only survival.
Oh, it's only survival, okay. Well, no, I mean, like, if in this case, I think I would let you add it as well. Okay, so I got 2 pennies for her. All right, so we got +2. So Logan's got a 6. Angel's got a 5. All right. You guys are happy with those? No spending bennies?
I don't know what we're noticing.
Exactly. No bennies?
No, I'll go with it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
You will live or die with that? That sounds good, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Then, let me make my roll here. Don't want to mark 2 things in here. I do love that the... even the default version, like the regular version of the Superpowers Companion, comes with 3 cloth bookmarks on it. It's really helpful. Where area? Sorry, I would have had this marked before, but I have been doing daily heroes over at the Dungeon Musings Discord server. So I've had other things marked other than the adversary I need for today. Okay. Where? There he is. Okay. All right. So let's see here, guys. I need one of these. I didn't get my dice tower down today, so just be rolling it normally. All right. Then, she says she is about. Let's see, how far can she be? Yeah, she's about 30 feet in the air at this point. Lightning kind of coursing around her. And she says, drop your weapons, surrender, and we may show mercy on you. We can parade you in Berlin. Resist. And lightning begins to course through her hands. Now, let's draw some cards. No one has quick or any kind of initiative modifier thing for their powers, I don't think.
I believe so. No.
Okay. All right, so then let's just go here. So, Angel, 5. Logan, King, Lightning Lady, a 2. All right, so I have 4 bennies right now, plus she has her own bennies. I'm going to spend one of my group bennies to get a new one. Hearts are before clubs, so I would be acting first, technically. Anyone spending bennies to take a new card?
I will, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Go. Queen. There you go.
Nice.
All right. So then I am going to... I need to draw a card for something else as well. Oh! King of Spades. King of Spades is in reverse order, so I'm currently winning initiative. No one spending any more bennies?
Nah, I don't think
Okay.
I'm getting something better. No.
All right. So then she looks down at you all. What do... Logan, you're up first. What do you do?
I pull out my Tommy gun and...
Okay, so if you're doing that, hold on. Could you give us a agility roll, please?
Yes.
And I'll tell you what you're contesting against here. There we go. Ooh. You need to beat a 23.
Yikes.
Can't do that.
Yeah, you can. Exploding dice.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Can't do that.
So, Logan, you start going for your weapon. And then what happens is our mysterious king jumps in before you. There's this heavily armored, like almost a high-tech knight that has the SS lightning symbol in his chest. He leaps out of the darkness. You unfortunately did not spot him.
I guess that doesn't come into play, does it?
Which?
First strike?
Yes, it would. Oh, no, but you're not, you haven't acted yet, so, sorry.
Okay.
You didn't detect him, so you're not, you don't see this guy before he gets a chance to hit you.
All right.
So, he leaps in, and, let's see here. Fighting. What is your parry?
9.
9. Okay. Yeah, is he doing anything special? I think so. Okay. So he sweeps up with this blade, and the blade seems to have some kind of there's like crackling little bits of energy, little black dots on red that are crackling there. I'll spend one of his bennies to re-roll that. There we go. All right, so that's what was your parry at 9?
9.
I hit you with a raise.
Okay.
So yeah.
Guess I'll try and soak that, I suppose.
What's your toughness?
8.
8. We got to see what you spend a bending time and soak after, but let's see what the damage is first. Okay, so 2 plus this. You can also hear the whine. It seems as if there are some kind of like servo motors inside his armor, augmenting his strength. Let's see here. That is... Oh, I got a raise as well. Hold on, I got to roll an extra d6. There we go. All right, that's 18. So I... your toughness was, I'm sorry, what again?
8.
8. All right. Let's see, that is 1, 2. So you're suffering 3 wounds from this.
Soak it then.
Okay. Suspend a Benny.
Yep.
Nice. So you soak 2 of those, you still take 1, and you are shaken.
Okay.
Okay. And I think you need to make a intelligence check or just go berserk, right?
Smarts, I believe, yeah.
Smarts check. Okay.
And if it's physical damage.
Yep.
It's...
So give us a smarts check. You're...
I'm...
yeah, because it's not... Is there a penalty on it?
There shouldn't be. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I think there might be from...
Let me click on it then.
From that particular... Yeah. I can't remember when... Maybe it's recovering is when you take the... Yeah, it's recovering from the rage is when you make the penalty. I knew there was a penalty in there somewhere. All right, so he leaps in and hits you. You're able to try and get out of the way of some of it, but you're tagged by this scorching blade. Then it is your turn. What are you doing?
I'm going to roll to unshake.
Okay. So it's a spirit check. Yep, you're unshaken.
Right. And then he's just going to, instead of going for his Tommy gun like he was planning on, he's just going to pivot around and try to sink his claws in the guy's eye holes. Just, rah!
Okay.
I think my, what is it? The frenzy works, right? Yeah.
Yep, so you roll a second fighting dice. Okay. That's actually a miss.
It's freaking armor, isn't it? I'll Benny that.
It's not his armor. It would be his parry.
Oh.
Armor doesn't come into play, but you attack him. As you do, he gestures, and there's this shack shield that opens up. Your claws go across it. But roll one more time, and we'll just take the skill dice.
No.
No.
So Benny to reroll?
If you spend a Benny, you can reroll. Yeah. You reroll all.
I want to hit this guy because. No.
No. Reroll one more time. You would be able to reroll all your dice.
Oh.
12 is very close, but not quite good enough.
Oh, man. I feel outmatched.
Yes. All right. And he batters you to the side. He says in German once again, "You must do better, Americana." Then it is Angel. What are you doing?
Okay. So this lady's out. Is she flying above the ground? I believe.
She is. She is.
Yeah.
She is 30 feet up, and then she's surrounded by like that nimbus of lightning that you see there.
Okay. Well, I'll take to the sky, so I'm at sort of a similar sort of height.
Okay.
And then I should draw my guns and take a couple of shots.
You got it. We can... All right. So you, let's see here. Because of her lightning, you're going to suffer a penalty to try and hit her. Just give me 2 seconds here. I'll tell you what it is. Mm-hmm. Oh, so first of all, you got -2 because of her dodge edge, and ooh. Yeah, it's a -4 in total.
-4.
Yeah. When you're two-gun kid, you get to make 2 attacks, though.
Yep. Can I put that in there? -4. That work?
Total of
Work.
-4.
I forgot to roll to see if I heal.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Where's that?
Yep. That's healed up.
Yep, so the first shot goes
Why do you have -4 on it?
Oh, didn't you want me to apply -4?
Oh, yeah, it was -4 in total. Sorry, you're right. Ignore me.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to Benny that, or you...
The second roll doesn't get an extra modifier. I'm going to take the second shot and then...
Okay,
if
so
that
-4 on the
misses, I
second
might-
shot?
Yeah, I might Benny that instead. Just trying to...
God.
Jeez.
You want to spend a Benny? Reroll that?
I'm going to on that one.
Okay.
Exploding dice do not like us.
No, these guys.
Yeah, it's tricky today.
Whoa.
Oh, cheapers.
Even worse.
All right, well,
Great
you get those
start.
bad ones out of the way. You get up and are firing away. It is her turn now. So she says, that was a mistake, Americana. They haven't heard you talk. They're just assuming you're both American now.
I think I'm a giveaway.
So she's going to fly. Well, let's see how hard you are to hit. Now, there's a penalty to hit you at range, right?
Dodge 3.
And then don't you... Is there something else that you get from your
I've got
flying
improved
here?
block.
Let's see here. No, so block does the parry.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see once again. Roll 20. Fix your cameras. Okay.
Unless it's under the cape.
Let's see here. I'm just looking at the PDF. -5 to hit you at range. I thought it was more than that. And the reason is because you got dodge 3, but you also have the dodge edge. That's a net of -5 to hit you at range.
Oh, that's what it is, yeah.
And your flying is... Flight is an 8.
He's fast.
That also gives you a penalty when you're able to... Or a penalty to hit you. Let me just make sure that I haven't missed that. Flight is... Flight 8, another -1. So as long as you're flying, another -1. So it's actually -6 to hit you.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty good. So then she turns and first thing is, this is a this is an area attack. So she unleashes this thing and there's a ball of lightning that's going to explode near you. I need to make an attack for her. But she's not trying to hit you. She's just trying to hit the area. So... Okay, so it'll be this and that. All right. So she does hit with a raise. But I don't think a raise applies for this thing. So I'm going to roll. I'll roll in chat for damage here because that'll be... Here we go. More interesting.
It's going to steal our raises.
All right, so 8. How does 8 compare to your toughness?
I've got toughness of 9.
Nice. So you are well and truly scorched. Oh, I could spend a Benny and re-roll. Should we do that? Let's do that. How about a 26?
Let's make you re-roll that one.
That's just over. Yeah.
Okay, so I think
Unless you want to Benny it.
9. Let's see here. That puts us at 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 wounds you're going to be soaking against if you're choosing to soak.
No, I shall attempt to soak some out, I believe.
Okay.
So, which one is it?
I think there is a soak button near the top.
Oh, there is, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Now, let's just double check one thing. I want to make sure we don't have, if I can't remember if you have combat reflexes or not. You do have combat reflexes, which gives you +2 to your soak rolls. So that's already a success. You also... so right now that means you're taking 3 wounds instead of 4. You could also spend a Benny and re-roll.
It costs a Benny, though, to soak, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, I've only got 1. So.
Well, I was supposed to have given you 1 at the half-hour mark, too, and I was just grousing about the cameras instead. So why don't you take another Benny if you want to spend that extra Benny.
Okay, let's do that, and I'll just put it to 0 straight away. Okay. Let's try that.
And you'll get +2 to this. All right, so that's an 11. So that's a little better. So you're soaking 2 of those wounds. You take 2 wounds, and you are shaken.
Oh, man.
Okay. Then it is end of the turn, top of the round. Here we go. Angel. Queen. Pretty good.
Nice.
Logan. Joker. You guys get, you can act whenever you like. You each get a Benny. And you get +2 to your actions this turn, Logan.
Cool.
Nice.
2 Jokers in the first hour of the game. That's pretty good. All right. So then I'm not spending any bennies for any cards, and you guys are acting before me, so I'm assuming you guys are wanting to go first. Logan, when would you like to act?
First.
Okay. So you get +2 to your actions.
I think he's going to go all out on this one. He's going to say, I was just seeing where the weak points were, and then he just, like, flies into a frenzy. He's going to go berserk.
Yep. You were berserk, actually.
Was I? No,
yeah,
I made that check.
Oh, you made the check. That's right. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Oh, he basically looked around to make sure there's no innocents and the other guy can fly, and he's like...
I don't think you can just willingly go in.
Can't?
You can voluntarily fail the check, but you can't just go into... yeah.
Okay, well, then, never mind. I'll just go Joker then.
Don't worry, I'll hurt you soon.
Well, I'm hoping to peel him open and kill him so that doesn't happen. You say you hide behind your armor, and I'm going to rip you apart.
So what, as a reminder, if you go to the combat tab of the character sheet, it gives you all the different combat options you can use, including Wild Attack. Wild Attack is +2 to hit, +2 to damage, but it leaves you vulnerable until the start of your next turn.
Yes, we are wilding attacking.
Okay.
And I can attack twice and offset the penalty, right?
Well, you got your frenzy that allows you to roll an extra dice to hit, and then you can also take a second action. And I think frenzy only applies once per round.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them. So you would have a second full attack with it, plus you'd have your frenzy attack with the first one. And the wild attack would offset everything. Yeah.
So
okay. Sounds good. All right. So then go ahead and make your first attack. This will be your frenzy 1. So just roll twice, and we'll take the skill dice from the second one.
And then add 2 because I got the Joker.
And then add 2 because you got the Joker, correct. Okay, roll again. Add 2. Oh, so close.
Really?
Okay.
Holy cow.
It's a shield.
Didn't make it?
That's not good enough. His shield is in the way.
I'm benning it.
Okay.
Forget that. Got these bennies. I'm going to spend them.
Okay.
No?
Not for the first one. Yeah, wow. Like, right now, what you're doing is just trying to injure him. You're not trying to disarm him.
Well, yeah, I know.
So then go ahead with your second attack. This is normal +2. So close.
That was a 12. Oh, man. I'm going to hurt this guy. Okay.
All right. Then you are, throwing your full weight into him, but this guy is parrying and particularly his shield. He's knocking everything aside and laughing the entire time. One other thing I forgot. Thomas, you need to give us a agility check at -2, please. Actually, leave it. Don't put any modifier because I think the wound modifier will be -2. So just give us an agility check, please.
Okay.
Now, you at one point had 2 bennies before you started doing your soak. Would you have spent a benny to try and re-roll that to dive out of the way of this area attack?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Because
okay. So I forgot to say that these area attacks you can try and evade them. That's one upside to it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I just got caught up in the moment. So, if you would have spent that, go ahead and give us a re-roll.
So just an agility check.
It's the same thing, yeah, and it'll apply the -2 from the wounds. We're going back here.
Geez.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have succeeded anyway. So we're no worse off than where we are. So what I was rolling for is when you're hit with those area effects like that, or like grenades or whatnot, often you have a chance to try and dive out of the way.
Yep.
Okay. So
then you mentioned something about viewing the actions you can take in combat. Where was that again?
It's on your character sheet. If you go to I think it's the dagger tab.
Okay, there we go. Got it. Thanks.
You got it? Yeah, there you go. That's all the situational. The character sheets for Savage Worlds are incredible. Oh, man. Okay. Roll20 is also having the sticky character sheet issue. Fucking hell. All right. So, unfortunately, Logan, you go in with all of your fury, and you can hear the whining of the servo motors of this thing. He's getting that massive shield in the way. Your claws are just raking across this thing. You're not able to get past his defenses. Angel, we need you to roll to unshake first.
Yep. Start with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
now you should have one. You should have 1 point back because of the Joker that was drawn. One benny left.
Yeah. I thought I needed to use that for the.
No. It was my rules error. So you're not going to pay the benny cost for that. All right. So you could spend a benny to re-roll if you like.
I did notice I've also got Frenzy as an edge. I didn't know if I needed to roll that when I got hit last time.
No, what Frenzy allows you to do is to roll an extra dice when you're doing melee.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, an extra skill dice when you're doing a melee attack.
Logan's one's a bit different.
No, it works the same. It's just that he's fighting in melee. The Berserk...
I know, it's just he has to sort of attempt to stop it, didn't he? That was what I meant.
The Berserk?
Yeah.
Berserk.
Yeah, Frenzy doesn't mean the same thing. Frenzy in this just means you get to roll an extra... It's attacking... An extra skill dice you get to roll when you're fighting in melee.
Yeah, and I'm just mixing up Berserk and Frenzy.
It's okay, right, so it's strangely named. They named it in the original edition of the game like 20 years ago, and then never changed it. So
so I failed to unshake. So that means I can't do any actions, though,
no, it wouldn't. It would mean that you could spend a benny to automatically unshake, or you spend a benny to. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna spend a benny to automatically because.
Yeah.
It's not worth rolling it.
Okay. So you're scorched. Thankfully, none of the grenades cooked off from that. Yeah. But what are you doing next?
See, we've got 2 dangerous adversaries. If I was to fly round behind the guy that Logan's fighting, would he not get as much defense?
So that is a good question. The shield does seem to be pretty effective against melee. It doesn't. It does provide a little bit of defense against ranged, but it is a separate. You'll notice that, like on yours, I can't remember if it's both you guys or just Angel, but there is bonuses to dodge, bonuses to parry don't overlap. Bonuses to parry make you harder to hit in melee. The more skilled you are, the harder you are to hit. But in Savage Worlds, it's really hard to get that dodge up. Unless there's the dodge and improved dodge edges you can take, and then in the superpowers, you also have the dodge superpowers, like you have, Angel. Yeah. You can also move really quick. That can also give you a penalty. But a shield, it'll give a little bit of a bonus, but not anywhere near the way it does in melee.
So I'm gonna take the decision to fly behind this this other guy
Yep.
and take a couple of shots at him to try and get an advantage on one of these combats, because we seem to be struggling with both of them.
Okay, so you fly down and zip behind this guy, and basically you're going to get a -2 to hit, but that's it.
Okay. Let's and it's at another further -4, isn't it, if I take double shots?
If you're shooting with each of your guns, you take no penalty. The only time you take in the with Logan, he did a whole extra action. Then he takes another -2. But if you're using your 2-gun kid thing, that you don't take any penalty.
Okay, I'll just keep to the 2 shots.
The basis.
Think,
you're also suffering a -2 from your wounds right now. So
and that's factored automatically.
9 o'clock, everyone gets another Benny too. That does include me, guys. Just before you celebrate too much.
You're right about this roll 20. It's definitely broken. There's definitely something gone wrong with this, because I used to roll like 28s and.
Did you log in as Dave or is Jeff today? Jeff is sick today,
definitely
but
something wrong with it. Yeah.
Do you wish to spend that new Benny to re-roll, or do you want to make your second attack first?
I'm going to take my second attack first, I think.
Okay. And as a reminder, you've got paired peacemakers.
Yep.
There you go. That's a hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Oh man, so he's really good against melee. It sucks against range.
Yeah.
Where's Colossus when you
Holy
need him?
smokes! Now so the peacemakers are AP1. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite get through his armor. But he does look back at you, and now I want to point out something else about Savage Worlds. So called shots, because John had made that reference, called shots will often grant extra damage. So you take a penalty to hit, but depending on the vulnerable place, you may get a bonus to damage. Logan seems to be having a hell of a time trying to get past this guy's defenses, so taking a further penalty to hit is a bit of a pain in the ass, but at ranged, and then I think, what are your... I'm just going to quickly look at your... Oh, here you are. You don't have... Okay, there's one called Marksman, an edge called Marksman you can get that gives you a bonus to called shots and stuff like that, so... but yeah, you rang his bell more so than what Logan had. And he kind of then it is okay, you got one Benny left. I guess that's end of your round, right?
Yeah, I'm holding that.
So then it is Blitzkrieger's turn. So she turns. Where are you going, handsome man? I want a hug. And she's flying in towards you. And as she's getting in, that Nimbus that I've described before, it is a damage shield. So it, as soon as she gets in, will do damage to you. Can you give us an evade check once again to try and get yourself away from where she is?
Agility, yeah.
Yes, please.
Yep.
So unfortunately, it does also -2 on top of that. I don't think you've got any. There are edges that will give you the ignore the standard -2 to evasion checks, but I don't think you've got them.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, because I don't think combat reflexes does that. I don't think dodge does that. All right, so let's. But I'm going to make her make an attack to try and get in range of you. First, so let's see. It's not a done deal here. Her fighting's quite good. Let's see. Yep, she's in range. So then here we go. Boom, an 11. So you will be shaken. I think that doesn't do enough to do a wound to you. So you'll be shaken once again.
I was just checking what combat reflex it gives you +2 to unshake. I should bear that in mind.
Well, that's why I was adding this. Sorry, that's why I was adding the +2 when you rolled before.
Ah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
what was that? Sorry, that was 1.
the
1 wound, isn't it?
no. It's only you if you're not shaken. The first successful roll for damage
Shaken.
just makes you shaken. I need to get a raise. I need to either hit you with another shaken result, or I need to roll a raise on it. So you're caught up in the edge of this thing. Then it is, I believe this fellow's name is Starrita. Steel Knight. So then it is his turn. He looks at you, Logan, and he shifts something on his sword. It's now humming with a different ability, different power, and he's going to swing at you.
Germans and your toys.
All right, that's an exploding 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that is a 13. That's a hit with a raise, right?
Parry's a 9.
Parry's a 9, so that's a hit with a raise. Then I need from you. He hits you, and there's this electricity that not similar to hers, that blue. It's like a almost. I mean, in modern era, we'd think of it as like a taser, but there's this power that runs across you. I need you to give us a vigor roll at -4, please.
And
yes! Nice! All right, so what that means is you are not stunned. He tried to bring you to your knees. So you hit, you kind of... and are brought down, but you're able to keep yourself together. So we did have another Joker last time, so we're going to shuffle the deck and start up again. Here we go. Angel, a 10. Logan, a 9. Blitzkrieger, Ace, and Starrita, a 6. I did get a Benny at the start, so I'm going to get Starrita a new one. Jack, there we go.
I would like to spend a Benny for a new card.
You got it. 10. So right now we got Blitzkrieger, then Starrita.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else? No?
No, I need the last one.
Okay. Then it is Blitzkrieger's turn first. She's just going to try and get you again. Give us another... Oh, shit, you're shaken. You can spend a Benny to unshake at any point. She's going to be just leaving this field up, trying to take you down. If she gets another hit on you, or another damage on you at a shaken state, you become wounded again. So do you want to unshake?
Yeah, because that'll take me down. So.
Yeah, so this will be, then give us an agility check. She is drifting in, lightning kind of, all around her, and she says, "You're even prettier up close." And go ahead. Okay, now it doesn't include your...
It's a -2 to it.
Yeah, so it'd be
for the wounds.
3.
The wounds are on there?
The wounds are in there, but I think that includes the -2. You should have -4 total.
Oh, what was the extra -2 for?
Because an evasion is always an agility check at -2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I didn't put that in, sorry.
No, that's okay. Then she is still getting you. It's a second shaken result, unfortunately. That's a terrible roll on her part. Oh my God, 3 ones. So you take another, but you did spend a Benny to unshake, so you're just shaken now.
Back to shaken, yeah.
Yeah, back to shaken once again. And she's drifting in much closer to you. Yeah. Then it is Starrita's turn. And I think he's just gonna activate that thing once again to try and bring you to your knees. Down to me. That I'm going to spend a Benny to re-roll. And that is a hit. So go ahead and give us again this is not with a raise though, so this is a vigor check at -2, please. You know, Benny, that?
Yeah. Rolls are so low today.
Yeah. Ugh. All right. So you are you were able to fight it back the last time, but you are now stunned.
Okay.
Okay, and now
First time I've been stunned.
Yeah. So we're just. I think it might be on that thing.
Distracted until they recover.
You can't move or take any actions. You don't count. At the start of a stunned character's turn, you make a vigor roll. On a success. It means you're no longer stunned, but you remain distracted and vulnerable.
Okay, so I could potentially act this turn.
Yeah, so now hold on. It is... Spades is up before clubs, so... Angel, you are shaken right now. You want to give us a spirit check?
Yeah,
Try and unshake.
Unshake.
Come on. Yes! You're free to act this turn. What do you want to do?
I'm just thinking, if I throw a grenade, have I got more chance of hitting because it's got the area effect against this lightning?
Yeah, like you're basically rolling against a 4. So long as it goes off where you want, they would have. It's the reverse. They'd have to do an evasion check.
Yeah.
To try and get away.
I think with the minuses I've got at the moment and a flying ability, I might give that a try.
Okay.
Let's give that a go.
Nice. So you toss this out, and she is it her you're targeting or Stahlgren?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I want to try and.
Okay. So she needs to make an agility check at -2. So she kind of was, and then this thing explodes. So let's see here. Ooh, I need to spend her extra Benny. Because that was not good. No! Go ahead and roll damage.
I'll just roll for you.
May you get the biggest exploding dice ever.
I think you, well, you just click on it. You should be able to roll. Is it not set up in your character sheet for roll damage?
Oh no, it's got it there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. There you go! Holy smokes!
Right in her mouth.
Okay, so that is 24. Oh my gosh. So that is 1, 2, 3.
I was hoping the electricity might hold the explosion in a little bit and just make it worse. It seems to have.
Oh boy, but she's in so close to you. You know what I'm gonna? Would you give us an agility check yourself?
Yep. Okay.
Unless I may have misheard. Did you say that you flew back a bit and then tossed it?
I mean, that would definitely be the sensible thing to do.
Is that what I heard, or did you panic and like toss it?
What I heard.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I mean, I think he is clever enough. He's probably cleverer than I am. I'll be honest. So.
Okay, so then, yeah, she is. That's 3 wounds on her. She's blown back, and I need to spend one of my GM bennies to try and soak here. So her vigor is that. All right, let's see. I soak one of them, so she's still got 2 wounds. So you're trading tit for tat there. Then it is Logan's turn. You try and get unstunned here?
I would like to do that, yes.
Go right ahead. Yes!
Okay, so
you
I'm
are
distracted.
unstunned. So you're distracted, so -2 to your actions. What do you want to do?
Okay, he's shaken from the thing, and he's going to try and grab the hand and twist the arm to disarm him.
Okay.
At least try to.
Okay. So let's see here.
I want to get that stupid stick out of his hand.
Okay, so if, you must hit the opponent's limb or hand. What are you going for? The sword?
Yes.
Okay. So then, you don't have any penalties to it. You just have to make the attack.
Okay.
So, are you doing a wild strike again? Get +2 to hit, +2 to damage.
Yeah, he's not worried about getting hurt so much as getting this thing off of him.
Okay.
So, just bone claws or what do I roll?
Well, if you're just doing the
With a disarm. Target's make this true.
yes, so you can. I was just trying to read how frenzy we interact. If you're just doing the one attack with then it's with your frenzy edge, roll your attack, roll one extra dice, -2 to or no penalty to both.
So the frenzied wild strike.
Frenzy wild strikes, you got +2 to hit. Yeah.
Okay.
So roll that twice +2 to hit. We'll take the skill dice on the second. It would be good if you could trigger something. Oh, that's close. That's close too. Jeez.
Can I pop a conviction?
Yes, you can. How much conviction do you have left?
Just the one.
Okay. So roll
it's a D6,
1d6.
right?
Yeah. Come on. Oh! No! You can spend a Benny re-roll that.
You roll the conviction or
Sure.
re-roll the attack? Or the whole thing?
Yeah, well, Benny would re-roll the whole thing. Or you can
Okay,
spend
yeah,
Benny to
let's-
re-roll the conviction. Your conviction is currently a 1, so that ain't
How close am I?
not far off.
I reckon 2, maybe.
I'll do the the conviction.
Ah! Jeez. All right. Do you want to Benny your attack?
Yes.
Okay,
The last
go ahead.
one.
Here we go. So we'll re-roll both of those at +2. We'll take the skill dice on the second. Come on. No. That's a 13.
Can't do anything right.
Trying to get at him, and jeez. I mean, he's a really tough adversary. This is the thing he's really best at. So, and I mean, he has had the reason he switched to the other thing is because I only need to touch you. I don't need to hit you and do damage. That's the end of the round.
Did he do any physical damage when he whacked me with that stick?
He did not, unfortunately. So, top of the round. Here we go. Angel, King. Here we go. You're at the tempo. Back with you. Come on, Logan. King as well. 2 kings. Blitzkrieger gets a 9 and Starita a 2. Oh, she's shaken as well too. So let me make sure I don't forget that. I don't really have the bennies to spend, so Stalricher's going to act late. That means we have Angel. You up first. What are you doing?
I'm going to try and take advantage and shoot her while she's sort of shaken and
Okay.
reeling from the last explosion.
Yeah, let me just double check here. I can't remember if...
I don't know if she's affected by the shaking. Is she?
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember if shaken makes you... I can't remember if shaken makes you distracted or not. I'm just double checking that right now. Right now. There we go, shaken. So shaken characters may only take free actions. At the start of their turn, they may attempt to recover. So no, they're just limited in their actions. It's not that they are easier to hit, but... So are you doing both guns again?
Yeah, I fire off
Okay.
both guns.
Go ahead.
Modifiers
And remember, it's another
already.
-4 on top of that. So first one is a hit, though. Even with the -4. So first one's a hit. Go ahead and roll your second attack.
Okay, and the second one.
Because you're just gritting through the wounds. Okay, so second one doesn't, but roll damage from that first one.
Yeah.
Let me go over to her sheet here. Ho! Because she is shaken right now, and it's AP 1. Ooh! Here's where the things like AP really kind of play in. AP 1, you may not think it makes a big difference. That's the difference for your damage in this one. It reduces her armor by 1, so that's enough to get another. She is wounded. Whoopsies. Wrong button. She is wounded 3. She could spin a Benny and try and shake, but I don't have that much left right now. I think she takes it. She has to. All right. Then it is, so you can picture you're flying back, she's pinwheeling away, smoke coming from it, your guns are out once again, blazing away, and you just hear her cry in pain from another hit. Logan, what are you doing?
Doing something incredibly stupid.
Love it. What are you doing?
He screams out in rage because he's getting hit with this thing. He pulls out his grenade, and he's going to shove it right in the guy's face and hold it to explode it.
Okay. So you're just going to let the grenade go off in front of you?
He's totally gonna do it. Dodge this.
All right.
Sticks it right in front of him.
Yep. All right. So then, let's see here. Yeah, there's what it is. Okay, so he sees you do this. I'll roll it in chat here, so I'm not rolling dirty pool here. He has an ability called Improved Evasion. Or Uncanny Reflexes, which allows him to ignore that -2 from it. But let's see here. That, and then I get to roll a d6. He may still fail here. His wild dice failed. I'll have to. Oh, no, let it go off. Fuck it. All right, so
you might need to soak the damage.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll damage on your grenade, and you're also going to apply this against yourself, unfortunately.
Okay. Any modifiers? No, just.
Okay.
That's it?
No, that's your attack. You just roll damage.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Roll damage. Okay. All right, so
it didn't even get through my toughness. I got a dud.
So I think you toss it, and maybe he gets his shield up, and just the way it blows, there's a unevenness in the terrain that goes off. Doesn't seem to injure either of you. Then it is her turn. I'm actually gonna have to roll to see if she recovers.
No, unshake.
So
you stay shaken.
Blitzkrieg. Let's see here. Her spirit. Okay. Let's see. She does unshake. So she cries out, "Schwein! Schweinhund!" And she's gonna try and just unleash, that lightning at you once again. Yeah. So, you can tell she flies slower than what you do, Angel, incidentally, because she is moving along. She's slower than what you are. So I need to attack you. I have -3 and -8 to hit you. So why don't we roll this in chat, because that'll be fun. So here we go. First, this would be -8 to this. Miss. And -8 to this. So she unleashes this thing, and she's trying to target you directly. Let's see how far it deviates. Because the area effect misses. It's not far. Would you give us just a flat agility check? No modifiers other than your wound penalty.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So unfortunately, where that ball lightning explodes, you are still tagged by it.
Okay.
So it is. You are shaken once again. She catches you at the edge of it. But that is it. Then it is Stalritus' turn. I think he's had enough of fucking around with you. So he is going to Wild Strike to get a +2 to hit. You beast, he says. And that is a 14, which I think is a hit and a raise, right?
On a parry of 9?
Yeah. Yeah, hit and a raise. Okay. So then you are taking, let's see here. Let's see here. I'll just roll it in regular dice. I did get a raise on that. Your toughness again? Sorry. I'll write it down before we go on the break, guys. What's your toughness, Logan?
8.
8. All right, so that explodes. I'm out of d6s. All right, so let's do this. Okay. 16, 18. So I rolled 20 plus 4, 33 damage.
Okay.
On this. So that brings you, you can only take 4 wounds. So if you'd like to, you got no bennies left, right?
No.
Okay. So what you guys see, I think from above, Angel, you hit her. She goes to the side. You hear that explosion from before, but then, like, basically through the smoke, Logan is kind of looking up to see whether this guy is going to, be able to It was taken down by the explosion, and out through the smoke, this guy leaps and pins his Logan to the ground, his sword going right through his chest. He seems to have killed Logan. And that seems like a good place to take our mid-session break, and then we'll come back and talk about what happens. Logan,
he doesn't know about my healing factor.
He's seen you heal, I think, quite a bit.
Well, he's only actually done one wound to me.
No, I mean, I thought that you meant Angel.
Oh yeah, no, the enemy hasn't seen me heal.
But your healing factor, if you're dead, your healing factor doesn't trigger for like an hour. It doesn't go every round. Nope, not when you're dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when you're dead, you have to sit there unless you get a Joker. If you get a Joker, then you get to recover once again.
Lovely.
Yep. But right now he thinks that he may think that you are dead. So we will be back in a momentarily. For those listening at home, we'll be back momentarily, and we'll see what happens with our heroes momentarily. So back in 5 minutes.
I hope you can take them by yourself.
Well, I've only had one good action in the whole game so far.
I haven't had a single one. This sucks.
Yeah. Once you start getting wounds, though, it don't help.
I need some metal claws, damn it. Oh, apparently there's an incapacitation roll.
What, to try and recover?
Right,
All right. Now, before we get back to
Hey, Kev.
skewering heroes.
There's an entry in Savage World Superhero Companions about death and defeat,
Yeah.
where you make an incapacitation roll if you take lethal damage.
Let's see. Let's see. Those are optional rules.
Oh yeah, I didn't know
For
if we
one.
were.
So,
I mean,
no,
you
but
have
let's
it-
take a look here. Hold on. Maybe
You
you're
can
not
go to the-
actually dead, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
like you're dead as far as you're not like you have a chance to recover, and in an hour your healing factor will get you back, but you don't get to get around that with the. You're
Oh
not,
no, I was just.
yeah, but no, it's
just
good.
saw
It's a
the
good question.
PDF.
Let's take a look here, because those rules are the things that give the setting its or give the game its superhero feel. Okay, it's right before. I know where all the
Second to
powers
last
are in the
page.
game. Here we go. Okay. Da-da-da.
I thought it might be applicable for the angel if this does not go well.
Oh yeah, and well, also, I mean, Angel's also not for nothing, just because in the fiction, like Logan is often beaten up and knocked down and whatnot too. Your defenses are a lot worse than what anyone else's are, because that's just sort of you take the hits and you come back. Okay. When incapacitated by lethal damage, you make a vigor roll and apply the results. Yeah, and you're not, so that would apply for him, but not for you, because you're not actually, this damage I'm rolling is not lethal. Okay, you're not automatically dead. You already got some way of getting back, but that is the case. Like when you, there's lots of kind of get out of jail or death free rules in here. What happens is you make a vigor roll. And on a success, you are incapacitated and injured, and we roll in the injury check, and then that injury goes away once you are healed. So on a failure, you're incapacitated and defeated. You're beaten and bloodied and will live to fight another day, and then you choose a penalty that you adopt from nearly dying. On a critical fail, you go out in a blaze of glory, which is a great rule from Savage Rifts, where you, on your next turn, you ignore all fatigue and wound penalties, you act normally, and then you die. So, it's pretty great. All right, so then that brings, we have one very badly injured supervillain, we have one very badly injured superhero. We're at 9:30, so everyone gets a Benny. And let me get, I got him around here somewhere. Where's mine? Here we go. Guys, good news. Found my poker chips for my GM's Bennies. And I have 2 now. So, lucky me. All right, then. It is, let's see.
Good news for the angel. I don't think the metal guy can fly.
Yeah, if we'll have to see if he has any. Oh, actually, then we get to talk about how to do power stunts, because you spend a Benny and use your powers in ways like, for instance, unleashing a lightning bolt up at the sky using a modified version of his stun ability.
Oh,
Yeah. Power stun abilities.
fly fast.
Let's just skip that.
Okay, then, but similarly, you guys can also do power stunts yourselves. I mean, these make sense in what the character is capable of in the fiction. So, like, Logan isn't shooting, claws from his arms.
Yeah.
But there are things you could do, like do a power stunt where you're pushing your power, you spend a Benny, you get 5 extra power points, and you apply it to that. So, like, for instance, with Logan, you might spend a Benny when you're conscious to gain 5 points of awareness. What awareness does is it allows you to ignore any superpower bonuses to, equal to the amount you have of dodge or parry. So it allows you to ignore those things. Similarly, you could also spend a Benny do a power stunt. You gain for 1 round 5 points you could put into something like, say, armor piercing, which would give you armor piercing 10, because you get 2 for every 1 you put in, Or, as one more example, get it as a heavy weapon. So when you're trying to damage something that is only affected by heavy weapons like tanks or whatnot, you could, hit the special vulnerable point on it, spend your point, and put some into AP, some into heavy. So honestly, the power stunt rules in this game are some of my favorite in any superhero role-playing game I've ever read. I think they're very easy because the math on the superpowers is a lot less onerous than it is in some other games. It's very easy to do it on the fly in that fast and fun way. But this is the way to give you the feel of when your hero does something that's outside of what's on the character sheet.
Question.
Yeah.
Say Logan, he's got this fast healing thing, so maybe he just disregards his own safety and just does a feat of strength that just tears his muscles. Do you think that would be within the realm of It
depends on what he's trying to do, like what effect he's trying to do from it.
Trying to be really strong for the one particular instance.
Yeah. So 5 points would give you 2 extra points. What's his strength? We'll do this quickly just to give you an example of what you can think of. What's his strength dice?
It's a D10.
D10. Okay, so 5 would only give you an extra because it's 2 points per extra point in the.
D12 plus 1, right?
But so it would only give you it'd be 12 plus 1. But you can lift something that is 4 times that weight. D12 plus 1 is 125, so that would be about half ton. So he couldn't lift a car, say, or a Jeep or something like that, but he could lift one end of it.
Nice.
Right? Okay. So, and similarly for Angel as well, like if you decide to try and get a sneaky, I don't know, like a shot, normally you take the points that you got in your power and apply it to whatever it is. You could do a battering ram, use your flying cloak to fly into the person and slam them. So it's honestly I think the one of the most fun things about this version of the Savage Worlds rules is that just you really can get that superhero comic book feel where they do something that's necessary for the writer. And not something that they're going to do all the time. You're limited. It only lasts for 1 round. And if you happen to have a character who has things like super science or super magic, you actually get it for a longer period. Their whole shtick is you spend it and you get it for an attack power. You get it for 3 rounds. For a non-attack power, you get it for 5. And that's like cobbling together some kind of device or invoking some spell that you're going to use. It's a really, really cool mechanic. So, speaking of cool mechanics, and that's all the things I'm going to use with Stahlretter against Angel. Did you not notice those jump jets on the back of his techno armor? Hold on. All right, so it's a 6 for Angel. It's a 7 for Logan, so no Jack or Joker just yet. Oh, there we go. So everybody gets a Benny. All right. She gets a Benny finally. And I think she's shaken, so I'm going to spend that immediately to unshake her. And then a 3 for him. So she gets to act whenever she wants. First up, is anybody else spending a Benny to get a new card?
I would like to spend a Benny.
Yeah, fishing for that other Joker. It's a good call. Come on. Oh. And you take the best of what you've got, too, in Savage Worlds. You don't, you're never put in a worse position. Angel?
No, I'll go with that.
Okay. All right, so then she has just recovered. Okay, so then what she's going to do, she's not happy with you, but she's really badly hurt. I am going to spend a Benny for her, so I only have 2 left right now. I'm going to power stunt something for her. And what she's going to do is create a fog bank around her. She kind of focuses in the atmospheric disturbance, and she is surrounded by it. Now, I didn't make a focus roll for this, I believe. And then I need to... Let's see here.
Zap in the water vapor, making it misty. Love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it become a dark condition around her, which grants a penalty of, I think, maybe you can't attack her. Here. Lighting. Where is it? Illumination, that's what it's called. -4 to hit her right now. So you can still see an outline of her, but there's an additional -4 to hit her at this point. And I don't need to make a focus roll for that, incidentally. All right, so that was her. Next up will be, so Logan, you would be acting, but you're not doing anything. Angel, you're up next. What are you doing?
I've got to try and unshake first.
Oh, shoot. Okay. You got 2 bennies, it looks like, as well, so you could spend...
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing lost in rolling for it first.
Yeah, I can make an attempt, Connor.
Yep. So go ahead.
No. Okay, I'm going to spend 1 to unshake.
Okay, so you shake this off. You're still buzzing a little bit from it. You see there's a bank of fog not far off right now where you can see her form still and lightning playing across it. And Stalritza is pulled that sword out of Logan's chest. What are you doing?
Can I take... can I make any sort of assumptions of whether he's going to try and like plunge that sword back into Logan, or if he's turning to face me, or is it...
From what you can tell from this distance, that's a lethal... That would kill any man, what he just did to Logan. Okay. Let me add one more wrinkle in here. So you could spend a Benny, I said, like to do a power stunt. You can also push your powers. Your flight is an 8. If you put 5 into that, that would make you move at sonic speed, 1,200 miles an hour.
Jesus.
And you would attack penalty would add an additional -6. So it would be minus whatever your parry is. It'd be -6 to hit you on top of your parry. I'm mentioning it's only like if, for instance, you wanted to grab Logan and fly off. You're right next to Stalritza. He would get an attack on you, but he would have a -6 if you. Right now, he'd have a -1 because of your current speed. If you pushed it, that gives you the chance to get in there and grab him and get out in one quick round. He'd have -6 to hit you then.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. Would he get a swing at me?
Yes.
Okay, so.
And there is an edge called evasion. If you have that, they're not allowed to make, or the first one target is not allowed to make an attack against you.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I want to do. I want to try and pick up Logan and take to the air.
Ooh, here's another way of doing it. Is because we're also playing with rules where you can spend Benny to have access to a super. Honestly, we're getting the same result with this, but well, actually we're not, because one of them gives you guaranteed success. The other one just makes it a little faster. So the guaranteed success thing is if you can spend a Benny to get for 1 round to get a combat advantage. Is it called evasion? No, it's not evasion. It is... Maybe it is. There's a feat that allows you... I think it's withdraw. Oh, maybe it is evasion. Hold on. Extraction. There's a feat called extraction, or edge called extraction. You can spend a Benny to have that for 1 round. Extraction allows you to move away from something and not take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay.
So one gives you a guaranteed result, but you're not going to be able to move at the crazy speed that you might be able to. The other one gives you a guaranteed that they're not going to be able to hit you.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to take the opportunity, seeing that Berlitz, or whatever her name was taking this fog approach and defending herself. I'm going to take that as an opportunity to try and grab Logan, extract him with a Benny, and basically fly at normal speed as far away as I can.
So your pace is 90, so that'll get you like to get down and grab Logan. And Stalritza, you sort of zip down as faster than he can try and react to you. You snag Logan. Why don't we do this? Why don't you give us an athletics check, please?
Okay.
No problem. You snag him and pull him up.
I imagine he's grabbing Logan just as he's pulling it out of his chest. So
Yeah, pulls it out and then shoo, whack. Okay, so then it is Stalrett's turn. You would be with a pace of 90. I think you're at least. Yeah, you're at least 85 away. I don't think he's got anything to get you other than the frustrated bellowing of his voice. No! However, so injured, you're leaving Blitzkrieger and Staurete behind. But you're flying off. He's not as heavy as what Logan will be in the modern era, but he is still pretty darn heavy, and he is dead weight at this point. You're also kind of banged up yourself.
Yeah.
So, how long do you fly for? What's your strategy here?
Yeah, I'm looking for just anywhere that's going to be a good place to hide out.
Okay.
So I don't want to go for any real length of time. I just literally want to get away from the area where there's some blocking terrain between me and them, so they wouldn't see which direction I could go. So I could have gone left, could have gone right, whatever, and just keep low. And then just find, I don't know, some ruins or anything that just seems like it's going to be a good place to hide out.
Why don't you give us a stealth check at +4?
Okay.
There's lots of ways to conceal yourself around here. Okay, nice. Yeah, you're able to find maybe it's like, what do you think you're looking for? Are you looking at a building or structure?
Yeah, I think there'd be some sort of building ruins somewhere, or a little shed, or just
there's maybe like it's like a detached garage on a house that seems to itself be abandoned. You zip down, you kick open the door, you drop Logan to the ground, you turn back, and then close the doors yourself. And you have a chance to catch your breath. Now, Logan is going to be unconscious for a little bit longer. Again, I don't think you know what Logan's. I don't think you know he can come back from the dead necessarily.
No, I'm just hoping, because I've seen what he's done in the past.
Definitely.
I'm wondering maybe he doesn't show any signs of life for like the first 5 or 10 minutes. Maybe he starts twitching a little bit as his body starts to recover, but he doesn't come to consciousness till like an hour later.
No, I think you're a corpse for that long, because it's going to be the sudden like gasp and coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, only because like in fiction we've seen him like when he's been dead like that, people have not noticed. In modern, in sort of some more recent comics, they just writers make his healing a lot faster than that. But like in the kind of classic Claremont era, like he's been machine gunned down. People thought he's been dead. They've checked his vitals. They tossed him in a sewer, and then he came back.
Gotcha.
You know, so like that, and I think that's more. He's not like.
I'm just trying to picture it, like, because his powers are like biological. Maybe it's just shutting his entire body down except for the area that needs healed, and everything is going there to heal it.
Could be. I mean, like right now, you've got so much trauma, so much trauma to your internal organs. That's might be where, if we were looking at it on a microscope, maybe you'd see, your heart or whatever else being stitched back together slowly. But Angel, what you can do is you don't have a first aid kit on you, do you?
I haven't.
Okay.
No.
So you can give us a healing roll at -1. Are you trained in healing?
I haven't got healing, no.
Okay. So you can make an
Jack of all trades, or?
You could try Jack of all trades, yeah. So I think Jack of all trades is an intelligence roll. You're trying to remember. Maybe what we see is you pull out like a little handout thing that's got like the it's the guide that like the kids fresh out of boot camp would get for things. You're like, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so give us a smarts roll.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. Oh, it's almost a raise too. All right, so you got a D4 in it. So pick a skill. You got a D4 in. Give us a check at -1, please.
Those wounds. That's even.
I haven't got a D4.
Nothing. Okay.
I've got D4 -2, but unskilled.
No, that's your untrained skill. So why don't you just give us a just roll a D4 exclamation mark and then roll a D6 exclamation mark, and we'll subtract 3 from the total.
D4 exclamation.
Okay. So that's not going to be it. Then a D6 exclamation mark, because you always roll a wild die, too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you put yourself, I think maybe you're, trying to make the, do your best job to try and get to bandage up these wounds. You realize, like, I don't know really what I'm doing.
Yeah. And I'm going to do similar with Logan, even though, again, I don't know what, I'm just sort of...
Yeah.
Even though I'm not sure what's going to happen, I can't, like... I just don't like seeing him like that, so I'm just going to start clean him up and do sort of thing.
Same roll, please.
So D4... Oof. D6... No.
Okay. Now, that actually, I think that might technically be a critical fail, because you rolled a 1 on the skill dice. So,
Would it be like double ones as critical failure?
I think it's a 1 and a fail. Let's see here.
I remember I rolled double ones in one of the previous episodes.
Critical fails. When a wild die, well, a double 1 would always be that as well. But if you roll a 1 on the skill dice and 1 on both. Forgive me. No, it's a 1 on both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you again try and do the same thing to Logan, and you're just like,
yeah, like I say, it's more probably cosmetic. It's just like I just can't sort of look at him with all this blood everywhere. So I'm just going to clean him up and.
Yeah, you sit
make
down.
him look comfortable and just take a massive breather.
So there's about half an hour where, Angel, you're just not sure what, he seems to be dead. You're pretty banged up. You're a little bit lost right now. What's going through your mind as far as this mission?
I'm just sitting there just trying to reassess. I mean, have I got any chance of doing this mission? Are these guys going to hunt me down? Do I leave him here? Do I try and get him back to Allied lines because his body? And I'm just sort of a bit confused. I'm breathing heavy. I'm trying to just get my faculties back. So I'm just taking a bit of time out and just processing everything.
Thanks for not leaving a superpowered body in enemy hands. That was a smart move.
So you're pacing a bit and trying to figure out what what you're going to be doing next. You maybe hear some noises outside. You're at the entrance to the garage. Push the door open. You see that there's just people going by. Civilians. You close the door. What are you going to do now, Logan? I need you to give us a smarts check.
Yeah, I was going to role play that because Oh no!
You want to Benny that?
Oh, I'm not what? Why is it so distracted? Oh, yeah, I would like to Benny that because I don't want to rip my friend apart. Narratively speaking.
Yeah, you shouldn't have that. You should have a penalty of.
I have my wound set at 4, which is why it's doing it.
Oh,
so.
Okay. Yeah.
Fuck, it's gonna happen.
So you hear this, John, I'll let you describe. What does it happen?
Yeah.
What
so
happens
he gets a stereotypical Logan yell. He goes, and he's reaching for his chest because his blade just went through and his claws rip out. And he's looking around for danger like he still sees the guy in front of him.
So let's see what happens next here. All right. So fortunately, Angel, you're up first unless no one's got any bennies right now. Oh, boy.
Oh.
This could be dangerous. Angel, you're up first. What are you doing? Logan is up. His claws are out. Somehow he's back, but he's still a complete bloody mess.
So he's not prone. He's up and...
He's about to leap up. He screamed and is kind of like... Ah! He maybe scrambled to his feet at this point.
Yeah, I think at this point...
It's got to be a frightening thing to see. He was dead, now he's not.
I think he's going to be so freaked out, he's going to get out of the garage first. Because he's seen him in this state before. And he's also worried about the civilians that are potentially nearby. So he's going to get out of the garage, hovering as he normally does.
Yep. And then Logan. So first thing is, why don't we roll your healing? Healing's at the start of the round, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Why does he got distracted on there?
Okay. Heal 2 wounds.
Okay.
Wow.
So he starts getting up, and his wound is closing. He's looking around for something, and he starts sniffing the air because he smells somebody nearby. And in his current state of mind, he's like enemy, and he's going to try and track his friend.
Okay, go ahead. Give us a survival check. Survival, give us a notice check at +2. And Angel, give us a stealth check, please. We'll give you a plus. Actually, no modifier because you're flying, but you have a scent.
Distracted shouldn't be on. It's weird.
Why is distracted on there?
I don't know.
Maybe close your character sheet, open it up again.
Yeah, it's red, so it shouldn't be on.
I think it's grey on mine.
Oh, well, I got distracted, portable, and stun both red, so.
Oh, right. Mine are all grey.
Oh, because of your wound level, maybe it automatically triggers them.
Oh,
yeah, maybe.
It shouldn't. Let me try that again. I'm just rolling just to check it now. So, is it off now?
Off
yes.
now.
Okay.
And no wound penalties right now either. You should have one. Oh, because you're ignoring one because of your nerves of steel. Oh, because of
nerves of steel and berserk.
Oh, right. Okay. So then, so Logan, you can't. You can't sense anyone. So if you want to try and collect yourself, give us a smarts at -2, please.
Ooh, come on. Nope.
What do you do?
He starts moving towards an exit because he knows somebody's nearby.
So I think maybe you see Logan come bursting out of the garage.
I like to think I'm above the garage, so he can't actually. Sort of angle, so he can't.
So you see Logan go racing out. He's kind of like running partway down the again. It's detached from the house. He's running down the driveway to the main thoroughfare where you saw those people. You have the next action, Angel. What are you doing?
Is he running towards the people at this point?
He can't probably see the people at this point because they've walked by, but he is moving. He will see them shortly.
Okay. So I want to sort of hover or fly above him.
Yep.
What I deem as a safe distance or height above him.
Yep.
Logan, snap out of it.
Okay.
And distract him enough to look up and at least give me a bit more time.
Logan, you look up. Go ahead and give us a healing check first. Nice. So you can see he's back. His clothes are still a bloody ruin. But he himself is just, underneath all that hair, he seems to be fully back to normal. See, look up at Angel.
I can't reach him, right?
Not unless you maybe try and climb the house and then leap off of the house.
Okay, I'm going to try and shake this off, and then if that doesn't, we'll try that.
Okay.
Come on.
Is it at the end of the round, though, that you make your berserk?
Let's see. Berserk. Says
at any time.
Anytime, yeah.
Yep. Okay. So go ahead. Come on, smarts -2.
Oh, there it is.
So what do we see as Logan kind of collects himself?
He looks up and he sees his friend all bloodied up, and he's like, "Arr!" And this is like his third time coming out of the rage before he actually hurts somebody, and you see the bones slowly go back in his arms, and he's like, "Did we kill him?"
And I'd be just shaking as I sort of slowly drift back down to the ground.
Okay. All right. So now you guys have an opportunity to debrief. So, Logan, what you can smell the blood or the burns, I should say, on Angel. He seems to have been pretty banged up in the confrontation as well. So I'll leave it to you guys. Are you going back into you can hear the sound of people who are kind of curious of what's happened.
Probably don't want to see a blood-soaked guy next to a really fancy dressed one in blood. So we probably want to go back inside.
Yeah, I'll gesture back to the garage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Logan pulls out a cigar and lights it as he goes inside.
Nice. Okay. Let's see here.
How long was I out?
Well, I thought you were dead. It's been an hour, maybe.
It's about as close to death as I've ever been.
At least you can remember.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with both of those whatever they were.
I couldn't deal with one of them, and the other could fly.
I don't know if they're tracking us in any way, but at least
We should
at
make
least
our way
you're
to
back with
Newport.
us.
And he looks at you and says, "Any of those wounds taken care of?"
That's not something I've got the skills for. Unfortunately, I specialise on avoiding being hit rather
What
than.
skill would we need for that? To like patch up his wounds?
Do you have healing?
Not.
Well, so he's already tried on himself, so unfortunately you're not going to be able to do that again. But what I was looking up here is, thought there was a setting rule. Normally it's like every 5 days you get to make a healing check. Yeah, fast healing, here we go. But instead what we're going to do is for wild cards, you make a roll once per day. So tomorrow morning you'll make a vigor check and try and heal that damage, and we'll see how you're feeling.
Okay.
That fits more with the tone of the...
Logan says it's really a curse seeing my friends die, and I just get back up and keep going. Stay out of danger.
Let's hope that doesn't happen, but unfortunately we still have a mission that we've got to complete. And this is night time now, is it? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was night. It's still night when you were traveling. And this is your second day, so let me tell you what day it is. We would see the white lettering come up on the screen.
Well, you hear a massive gurgle from Logan's stomach, because I imagine healing is very calorie intensive.
Quite possibly. Let's see here. So what do you make of those two as well? Now,
Or peel them apart like a tin can.
either of you have any training in battle?
No.
No? Okay, so why don't you give us a... Let's see here, what would this be? I think it'll be common knowledge at -4. This is going to be a pretty... just to reflect whether you remember reading about any Nazi parahumans.
Apparently.
Okay. Nice.
Now I'm getting the raises.
Okay. So what this...
It's a a bad habit, but I like German comic books.
oh, no, this wouldn't be... I mean, they wouldn't be publishing in comic books, and comic books is an American thing at this point, too.
Oh, yeah.
There are cartoons and comic strips and stuff like that, but nope, this is a proud American tradition, the superhero comic book. What you do know is, this is from your briefing, from sort of the flashback to when you were meeting with the people before you came on this mission. I mentioned a couple sessions back about the Baron von Strucker and his kind of not protege but colleague, Friedrich Walpurgin. Walpurgin apparently has two agents assigned to him, Blitzkrieger and Stahlritter. Stahlritter is, outside of that armor, he's just a nasty piece of work SS officer. Inside of it, he is effectively almost like a tank with a penchant for violence and I think Stahlritter, out of his armor, you would know comes from kind of like one of those Prussian families that still has this pretensions of aristocracy. So he fancies himself a hunter as well as a honorable warrior. Blitzkrieger is part of is a bona fide metahuman. Not sure how they came across her, but she has some kind of power over weather, which is partly why you think that the weather has been so shit in Dunkirk in the last sort of while. Is you have a powerful metahuman to blame for it. How do they? I mean, you know that there was at least one. There's been 2 times in the 2 days that you've been here where people have been able to access their radios. So, and potentially 3, depending on whether that Stuka pilot was able to get something off. But you've had that first group that you encountered that you guys blew up some stuff on. There's the group that the Stuka, and then there's the group that you saw this evening. Remember that they were able to get something off from their radio operator.
You wounded her, did you not?
Yeah, she was badly wounded. I managed to get a grenade inside that electrical sort of field around her.
I tried to copy that, but mine was a dud. Maybe if we fight him again. I mean, honestly, that tank of a man's going to come back. Your guns seem to be better than my claws against him. Think you might be able to hurl me at the flying one? I'll just grab her in the air and pin her to the ground and take care of her.
I think the best idea would be getting a jump on them, obviously.
How did he sneak up on me with that armor?
Maybe we need to track them rather than them tracking us.
But we have more pressing things to do up in Newport.
Yeah, well, they may head back that way to defend whatever it is they're up to. So we may meet them either way.
You think you need to rest and recover? I can keep watch.
I think I'd like to take the night to rest before setting off early.
Okay.
Okay. So this would bring us to the 29th of May, 1940. Dawn comes over at the horizon. It's a hazy and drizzly day today. You can hear the rumble of lightning. It seems that your adversary may be hampering. In fact, I mean, one thing you may be thinking of, Logan, as well, is that there's been Allied air support has been sorely lacking here, in part because of the weather. And now you think that, well, there may be a specific reason for that. If she's keeping a storm going off the coast, that's going to hamper any efforts from the RAF to be able to come in and try and support the evacuation.
Is there any way of taking that or making that or using that to our advantage? Can we tell where the center of the storm is? Like it's you might be able to, and it goes out from there to try and track her, maybe. Yeah,
quite possibly. I'm just checking to see what your let's see here. This morning, would you give us a vigor check, please, Angel?
Okay. Oh.
Nice! You heal both wounds.
Oof.
So you are feeling much better today.
That rest was definitely worth taking.
Yeah. And as you get up, you can see Logan's already got a little tin canteen of coffee on the go for you. What are you guys planning on doing today? As far as you could tell, Logan, maybe you've done a little bit of reconnoitering. Why don't you give us a survival check, please? Okay, so you think you're unfortunately further east once again, but maybe that's actually better for you. You're somewhere in here, a hamlet of some kind, in around here. So you're closer. I mean, you're still 16 and a half miles away from Newport. As far as the weather is concerned, so Angel, what are you thinking? Because you'll have this for the day. Do you have something you want to try and get for your Jack of all trades?
Well, yeah, I was just trying to see if I could work out from the weather potentially, and I'll mention it to Logan. Maybe she controls this weather. We can use it to identify where she is.
Okay.
The center of the storm.
Here's what I think is. I think it's going to be a survival check at minus. Or notice, survival or notice check at -4, but one of you can assist the other one. You make a roll. On a success, you add +1 to the roll. On a raise, you add +2 to the roll. So who wants to make the roll? Who wants to assist with it?
Well, I've got notice D10. I don't know what
your notice is better than mine. My survival's a D8.
Okay.
Okay.
So Logan, why don't you
assist,
give us a survival roll to assist? It's not called
Minus
that in
3.
this game. I know there's a... Okay, nice. So +1?
Oh, no, I haven't rolled it yet. Is it
Oh,
minus
no
4,
modifier for you. No, not for the...
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and let me just... for the savage heads out there, let me make sure I get the correct nomenclature for this. Support is what it's called, not assist. I've just, guys, made a successful save against some comments in chat. Or comments in the video. Okay, so yeah, give us a... Was that your survival check there, Logan?
No, just I asked if there's a penalty to it.
No penalty. No.
Okay.
Nice, so +1. So it'll be -3, effectively. Angel?
Yep, -3. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to be from where you are, it is almost perfectly north by northeast.
Okay. So the question is, do we try and use that to get the jump on them and try and take them out, or do we avoid them and stick to the mission? I'm feeling much better, and he'd be sort of stretching and sort of showing signs that he's...
I'd say we try and sneak up on him.
Okay, because I think I've got a few bullets that might rattle that cage, that metal man.
Do we know if the Tin Man's a good healer? Like, do we know if he got like a skill set of healing? Because I don't know if I'm gonna call it the Weather Witch is still in bad shape or not.
They are wild cards, so mechanically in the fiction they are wild cards. Any super villain that you encounter is just like you guys. They get to roll a wild dice. They have 3 wounds at the tip before they go down, and they have bennies. So it also means that she would be entitled to a vigor check first thing in the morning.
Gotcha.
Should be suffering -3 to it because Angel really rang her bell. So at best, she may have recovered 1, but
yeah,
in all
this is
likelihood,
our best opportunity.
Yeah, let's
Take
track
a while
him down.
there. We can maybe.
Well, and that is the question. So the question is, what's your mission? You're at May 29th right now. There seems to be more German troops in this village than there were before. You know that the REF is trying to effect a withdrawal from Dunkirk. You're now 2 days into this mission.
Well, I think we've got the main mission of getting to Newport, but I think we could probably slightly side.
Oh, I said east. Forgive me, guys. I actually meant west.
Okay, so we were
North by northwest is where that weather disturbance is.
That's what we're going for anyway.
So it's en route. So let's take a slight detour and maybe try and jump these and
see if we can
sort the
commandeer
weather
a vehicle.
problem out at the same time, maybe. If we're lucky.
How quickly do you think you could fly us there real quick? I know it tires you out pretty quick, but
it's more that they would see
getting spotted.
Yeah, if you get
That's the
spotted,
problem.
that would give a chance for them to not only them, but it makes a lot more sense now why the Luftwaffe is not having any difficulty sending their planes out while the RAF is having a hell of a time getting in here.
Yeah, it's all timed and stuff. So
maybe commandeer a vehicle.
Yeah, do we know how far the sort of weather disturbance is? Can we estimate? How
you didn't
far
roll
away
a
she
raise,
might
so
be?
you've got a direction for it for sure, which seems to be in the same direction as Newport.
Yeah. Well, let's just push on then, shall we? Just push on towards Newport.
25 miles by road, and it's not going to be fast.
No, and you're moving at.
What was he doing? About 8 or 10 miles a day or something?
I think it was 8 miles. Yeah.
Cross country, sort of.
We need a commandeer vehicle.
That'd be 2 days, wouldn't it? Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Okay. You should be able to, like, depending on. You could also try and stealth your way up there.
Make it slower though, wouldn't it?
It would make you slower, but if taking advantage of both the flight and stealth. Let's see here. So it is 16
like
miles. Yeah.
Hug the ground as we fly.
Like as he moves. Your flight is what, 60 miles an hour? Angel?
Pace of 90, right?
Where is it again?
Pace is 90, but that's not the.
Yeah, it's got pace 6, but.
Oh, it doesn't say in brackets. So Angel's one of the first ones I wrote up. And I changed.
I'm sure it was on here before.
Oh, it is 60 miles an hour. Yeah, further down on the superpowers. So if you look at under the superpowers, it gives you what the MPH is.
Yeah.
Okay, so 60 miles an hour. So really, like, it's an hour worth of potential less than that. If you just go straight over land, I'll probably draw 2 cards for potential encounters along the way, and then just see if anything happens. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, we could go for a quick burst, get close, and then stealth in the last bit.
And it is storming up in that direction, right? So it might be.
It might keep away some of the planes a bit while it's stormy. I think at this point we've got to risk it, haven't we?
Say yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
No, try to stay as low as we can so nothing catches our.
Maybe try and do it in sort of 2 bursts, sort of fly for sort of quarter of an hour, stop, then take off, fly for quarter of an hour, just to see if any reaction.
Okay. I mean, kind of like zip over here, set down, go this way, and then zip over here. Gotta zigzag it.
Yeah, sort of do it in 4 stages and just see if there's any sort of reaction in between. Just to try and reduce it a little bit. Chances.
All right. Then let's see here.
Obviously, fly as low as possible.
Yeah, I'm sure if I might travel pages. I will say, playing this once again, I'm reminded how much great stuff there is in the core rulebook for this. There's so many great little sub-mechanics and neat little mini-games and stuff. It's really, it shows that it's a game that has gone through a ton of iterations and is able to kind of stand on the shoulders of giants, having gone through all of those. So, here we go. Travel, that's what I was looking for. All right, so let's see if anything. The first little burst of speed. Why don't we do this? You're the one sort of in charge here, Angel. Why don't you give us a stealth check at -2?
Okay, stealth. -2.
You want to Benny that?
I will. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me just roll that again.
Nice. Okay, so then what it means is I'm going to draw 2 and take the better of the 2 for you guys.
Okay.
So let's see here. We got. Okay, so I think the 8 is probably. Okay, they're both diamonds, which means something of value. So I think as you guys are going by, what you spot, you're sort of, and you can picture you're flying like, there's German troops who are, at breakfast or whatnot here, and they hear the kind of overhead, and they stop and kind of, was? And they go back to whatever they're doing. What you can see is that there is a supply truck that seems to have people, a German supply truck that has 2 guys working. The hood is open. They're working on the inside of there, and they seem to be distracted fully by trying to get this thing running again. There are no other troops immediately here, but probably you can. They're within the sound of gunfire. So if there are shots that are here, but from the looks of it, this supply truck seems to be pretty full. So you guys could stop and try and do something with that, or you can carry on.
Like supply truck as in weapons and stuff?
Supply truck as in uniforms, weapons, medikits, all the shit, all that a growing, blitzkrieging army needs.
Logan will just tap him as we're flying by and point down there. We should get him.
Yeah, I'll land, what I deem as a safe distance from them hearing us land, obviously.
So you can picture this, again, it's like what you guys have driven past before. There's tons of, busted vehicles or things like that near where this small village is. They're up in front. You can hear them talking in German, trying to fix this thing. The sound of, tools working on the engine, cursing in German as they can't get it to work. But there is, I'm picturing you landing in a little copse of trees fairly near there.
I kind of listen to see, do they think how far they are to fixing it, or just they don't know what's wrong with it?
From the way they're talking with one another, no, it sounds like these are, something has gone wrong with this, and one seems to be blaming the other one for not maintaining. There's some kind of maintenance supposed to be done, but they don't seem to be pleased with one another.
Yeah, it'd be good if they got it back up and running, because then we could use it as well.
Yeah, I'd rather just grab the uniforms, and that way we'd be hassled less. Though I'm not thrilled at wearing Nazi symbols.
If you have access, Angel, to the manual, that would, I think, allow you to make your, what do you call it, your jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, yeah. It's just if any of them were competent enough, they might actually fix it just before we can jump them. But
if you want to wait and see if that happens, you could do that.
Yeah, I think we should go and get close and just see if they do manage to fix it, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Give us just a single D4 roll exploding each, guys. So roll 1D4 exclamation mark each. See if between these two chuckleheads they can actually get it working. Nope.
They don't know what they're doing.
So you wait for about half an hour. You think you understand why everyone left them behind at this point now. So, what do you wish to do? They still seem to be completely oblivious to you guys, the presence of you guys.
Sneak in and clock their lights. Just out.
You're going to try and knock them out?
Yeah.
Okay. They are at the front, and they seem distracted. You could try and sneak in. If you're trying to steal the truck, you'll have to take them out, obviously, but if you just want to access the contents, you would be able to sneak in and try and get access.
They might hear us shifting around in there, though. I'd rather just knock them unconscious.
They also, if they get a shot off, you're for sure there's not a division, but there's going to be a large squad of large group of troops that'll be within gunshot or earshot of a gunshot.
What do you think, Angel?
I mean, we could try and knock them out, and if they do get a noise, then we could just fly off with whatever we grab, or we could just try to stealth. Are you pretty stealthy?
I'm fairly stealthy, yes.
And I assume they're at the front of the vehicle, under the hood. Sort of
oh, yeah, they're completely... You guys will be rolling stealth. Logan will be rolling stealth with no modifier. That you'll be rolling... If you fly in Angel, I'll give you a +1.
I think we try the stealth route.
Yeah, circle around back and...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So why don't you each give us a stealth roll? You get +1 to yours, Angel. The reason you only get +1... Oh, you get +1 because you're not... There's no footfalls, but I picture there's the sound of your cape. No problem. So, you guys, how do you go around? And you'll get basically a surprise attack on these guys if you like.
The drop
I thought we were just going to stealth into the back and just...
I figured the moment that we try to climb in there and put our weight in there, it's going to alert them that somebody's moving back there. So I want to...
Angel says, what weight? And drifts up in the air.
Yeah.
Me.
But I mean, that's what you guys are doing. Is like you guys get up to the back, and this sort of miscommunication is probably fairly believable. Angel's like getting ready to drift into the back, and Logan's getting around to go to the front, and you're like, wait, no, wait.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I'll be just holding up 2 uniforms in the back, like hovering above in the back of the truck and looking. Oh, right, we were actually going around the front, are we?
Yeah.
So.
Okay,
I shall follow.
So, Logan, I think both of you have Frenzy.
This is a fairly high sitting truck, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I think Logan's going to get down and crawl underneath the truck and then reach out and grab their legs and pull them under the vehicle so they can't get their weapons easily.
Sure. So why don't you give us a... as
I
you're...
figure if they're leaning in and they might knock their head off the ground.
Sure. No, it's that all makes sense in the fiction. What Angel? Where were you drifting? Or
I will be like I think I'd go over the top.
Okay.
So if that goes wrong for any reason, I can just whip down and try and knock them out.
So then, Logan, let me grab. Oh! Do I have him in here? I think I do. Okay. Now you're back to fighting regular grunts again. This should be a little more.
I'm not trying to do lethal damage to them, so
I'll let you
knuckle sandwich.
Yeah, I think you can not knock them out. So why don't you give us a Logan? Give us a your fighting check, but with frenzy. Oh, okay. So roll twice. We'll take only the skill dice from the second one, and then we'll apply that to their defense.
So it'll be knuckle sandwich, right? If I'm going down.
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay.
Did I add one in there called knuckle sandwich?
Yep.
I know my own sense of humor, apparently.
Do we have the drop on them?
Yeah, you have the drop on them. Yes.
Cool. 4 to attack and 4 to damage. Nice. I'll just not put any of the modifiers in. So.
Okay.
Then
that's a raise on the hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
For the first one. Oh, actually, roll the second attack first. Oh, you rolled them both. Okay, good. A raise on both of them. So go ahead and roll damage twice, please.
Okay. Do I include the +4?
Include the +4 as well.
Okay.
And we're adding the raise dice in. Yeah, so 4. The first one is for sure out. Go ahead and roll damage for the second knuckle sandwich. Yeah. What does it look like as you take these 2 guys out?
So I grab them by the ankles and I just like pull down and yank forward. I'm guessing one of them cracks his head on the manifold, and the other one just takes the bumper to the face, and I yank them under. I'm like, they're out.
Okay, so you got them under. Yeah, and they are fully unconscious.
And then he rolls out of the side.
Yeah, so as you drift around the front, you see that the 2 of them have been stuffed underneath the vehicle. What do you guys wish to... Oh, we're in our last half hour. Everyone gets a Benny. Me included. What do you guys wish to do next?
I'm going to try to sniff out a med kit in there. I bet it has some kind of like medicinal tang to it. See if I can...
Yeah. Yep. I think you can definitely... You can find there's a first aid kit in here.
Okay.
I think I'm going to try one attempt just to see if I can spot what is wrong with this vehicle.
Sure.
In case.
Do you have repair right now?
No, I've only got me jack of all trades.
So here's what you can do. Use your... why don't we roll an unskilled check first, and then you can try and trigger your jack of all trades if necessary.
Okay.
Okay. You look at it and you're like, it's definitely an engine.
Yeah.
So... Now, does Jack of all trades require you to spend a Benny, or is it only... Let's see here. Oh, yeah, perfect. Okay, an hour. That's the... Okay, yep, no problem. So you look at this stuff? Huh. So you head on over and grab the manual, and while it is in German, there's lots of... it is designed with the boot grunt in mind. So you... Lots of pictures that are in here. Give us a smarts check, please.
Yeah.
Unmodified.
Got this.
There's that raise. So give us a check with a skill that you have a D6 in, and take -2 to this, please.
Like those idiots.
No, -2, just a regular roll.
Those idiots forgot to disconnect the ground. That's why I wouldn't start.
It could be that when they hit the thing, it actually like knocked in whatever it was that needed fixing. So yeah, you take a look at this stuff, and Logan, as you're grabbing stuff out of the back, you come back, and Angel is in there once again, and does a little bit of jiggery pokery. Poof, the thing's down. This thing will run again.
Oh, I can give it a shot driving it.
Yeah.
Should
So
we get changed in these uniforms?
Yeah, let's put the uniforms on. And what else was in there that we'll take a medi kit.
Oh yeah, they had weapons in there, right? We're gonna restock our grenades, and do they have a rocket launcher?
Panzerfaust. Why don't you give us a notice check at, let's say, -4.
Non-rocket launcher. Ah, damn.
I can't find one in here, at least. You could Benny that if you like. This is a kind of a scrounging check that you're making.
Yeah, I'll Benny that. Just
Try,
'cause having a rocket launcher would be amazing. Ah, even worse.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't find that back there, but is there anything else you guys wish to grab? You can grab as many steel hand granatas as you'd like.
Yeah.
Do you have any like a flak jacket or some kind of armor?
I don't think there are. I honestly don't know how much use of flak jackets that were used in World War II, to be honest.
Just some kind of like...
You know what? Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to grab a book. Somewhere Will can have another drink. I got to grab a book.
I'm just thinking if I take another knife to the chest, I'd like a little bit more resistance than just skin and bone.
I don't know if they did that sort of thing. But we can definitely take the uniforms, medikits, and I can't remember, was it 4 grenades each? Or
we only had 2 between us,
each?
but we can resupply here, so...
Yeah, we'll have 2 each, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, sorry about that. That was my book or my thing that squeaked too. I didn't fart on stream. What I'm using is actually the what I want to grab is the Weird War II book, because it's got a really good list of gear. The Act of Cthulhu book also has some good stuff, but this might give me...
So we'd definitely go for uniforms, med kit, and a couple of grenades each, and then see what else.
153, okay. All right, so small arms. Yeah, and I don't see... I don't think there is such a thing, at least not in the in standard use.
Yeah.
Because I'm not seeing any of the soldiers having armor ratings.
Yeah.
So
well, it makes sense. More Modern Warfare is less armor, more bullets, so...
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's not like... yeah, it's not like you're going to put on Kevlar or something like that. So... You're not able to find anything like that. It is the Weird War, though, so there may be, like, one of the things I've done, I think, for most characters, they give rules in Savage Worlds Supers for something called a bodysuit that just grants 2 points of armor. And it's sort of, I've used that. If you're wearing a costume of any kind, you get the benefit of that. Logan doesn't wear a costume, so that's why he doesn't get the benefit of that, but... like
yet.
Angel, that's where your armor comes from, is because you're wearing a costume.
Yeah, the 2 extra toughness, yeah.
And I love that as well, too. It's just a great little bit of, like, look, you're going to be...
My armor's when I go berserk, so...
Or when, if I carry on with my daily conversions, I think next month is X-Men month. So then we'll see the modern version of Logan. So that's all. Let me tell you what else you might find back there. Because there may be some other gear. If there's anything you can think of that you're looking for, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll just take a look here. Okay.
Do they have, like... I don't think they have, like, a sniper rifle or something. So, like, a long-range rifle? 'Cause I just got a Tommy gun right now, and I could use a long-range option.
Yeah. There is a... So, for a sniper rifle, usually that's a combination of a scope and certain edges or skills. But there is...
Maybe just a rifle.
Auto?
I was wondering if they might have some sort of proper explosives that you'd set up with, like a detonator and something if we needed to destroy a...
There might be, so there wasn't a Panzerfaust or a Panzerschreck, but there might be...
something you'd have to set up
Yeah.
rather than throw.
Yeah. No, that would be a... Oh, there are rifle grenades as well.
Okay.
Gewehrgranate. And for those listening at home, there may be I may be screwing up the timeline of when some of these weapons and gear and whatnot are introduced. I just don't have the time or inclination to look up the timing for all of this stuff. I'm going to do that with the tanks where I can, but not with the gear. So the... why don't you give us, once again, if you'd like to make the look for the... Let's see here. Let me see what this is. Something called a Gabella Ladung. What is that? Okay, they don't really give descriptions of the gear, so to the internet. I'm wondering whether this is kind of the German equivalent, like a satchel charge. Let's see. Gebalta. Yeah, Gebalta Ladung. Woo! Satchel charge. That's the Gebalta Ladung.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you can give us a notice check at -4. Actually, -2 on that. I think these will be much more likely than the Panzergranate or the Panzerfaust. No, you can spend a penny on that if you like.
I am gonna because I think.
Yes, I really want to blow shit up.
Yeah. -2 on it. -2.
Oh,
Well, it's just I think we might need to disable some sort of sub or something.
Yeah. So I'll say here's the thing: they weigh 10 pounds, so they're cumbersome. But as many as you want. There are the Gebalta Ladung. Ingolf, I do apologize for my German. Has a range of 4, 8, 16. Has damage of 6d6. Medium burst range, and it's AP3, and it counts as a heavy weapon. So it most definitely can be used against tanks or submarines or whatever.
okay.
Or tank walking men.
Is there
Tank walking men, they would not like having the Gebalta Ladung. Gebalta Ladung.
Does it have a specific name in the compendium we could add with?
They don't. I'll put the stats in here, and you can copy it out if you like. Here, Gebalta
Copy a high explosive in and just edit it.
Ladung. Here we go. Range is 4, 8, 16. Oops, not point. 4, 8.
Yeah, they're 10 pounds each.
10 pounds each. Yeah.
I'll carry 2 of them.
How many do you think would be available though?
With a raise, you found a whole crate of these things. They're just quite heavy. Like it'll with
so I'll
all
just
the other
take one.
gear that's on. There's actually a cool in the G.I. Joe RPG. They've got this great thing where you can carry 6 hands worth of gear, and I think that's a great. So like a rifle is 2, grenades take 1 each, a pistol is 1, combat knife is 1. That's your outfit. It's clever.
1.
Medium burst range or radius, and 66 damage. AP3 and heavy weapon. So there's the Gebalta Ladung.
Did you use like fighting, shooting, or something to throw it?
Athletics, actually.
Okay, cool. Damage, none. 66.
Yeah, the range is the real problem with those. You need to be up close and personal.
How'd you add that in?
So you go to, let's see here.
Can you drag something from the...
There we go.
You could. You can also just add in. Let me just.
I just dropped the heavy explosive in and then edited it.
Oh, there you go.
Charge.
Come on, you freaking thing.
Which is...
Roll 20 is driving me fucking nuts today. I'm automatically grabbing your character sheet when I don't want to, and when I try and drag it down, I can't do it. What the ever-living... Okay, so we got to go to edit for you. And then we go down to your weapons. And we hit add. And it'll be, let me see here. Oops, I'm moving your character sheet around. Lock off.
Okay.
There we go.
Great.
So then we add, the weapon is the Baltaladon. Range
I'm only
is,
carrying like 34 pounds of gear. That's fine.
yeah, and I can't remember how much your damage is. You know, unapplicable. 66. There we go. Sure, notes. Medium burst. AP. Oh, you know what? There is an AP button, I think, on here. Yeah. AP is 3. Rate of fire shots, weight 10. And then medium burst and heavy weapon. And button behavior is attack and damage, and it's athletics to attack. So that should work now. You should go ahead and give us a test roll on that Gebalteladung Angel.
Cool. Let's give that a little go.
Go ahead and roll damage.
There we are.
Yep, that worked.
Jesus. Okay.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, he exploded. I was like, how do you get 36 out of 6?
Yeah.
This is the maximum damage potential.
All right, so what do we think? You guys are carrying, what, 2 each?
Yep.
I would probably carry 1, but I'm gonna
Okay.
put them in the vehicle somewhere where we could potentially grab them
Okay.
to use them if we come into a sticky situation. But I'll probably only carry 1 once we get going.
Okay. So then, anything else you wish to look for? You got your satchel charges. You've got your. I mentioned there were those rifle grenades.
Yeah,
So I don't think which of you. Oh, Logan, you wanted a rifle, right?
Yes.
Yeah. There definitely will be rifles in here. It's just a question of the scope. Give us a notice at -2, I think. Yeah. Okay, so you got a sniper scope in here as well. So what that'll do, the scope is out of the, oh, maybe it's in the compendium because
Scope.
rifle scope.
Yep.
Here you go.
Rifle scope.
Right.
What does it do here?
Cancels 2 additional points of penalties.
Nice. 2 additional when aiming.
Okay.
Okay, so you have to aim when you're using it, but yeah, so basically that helps with the range penalties.
What kind of rifle could I find?
You found let's see here. The rifle would be, here, I'll put the stats in here. It's a Car 98K. The range is 24, 48, 96. Damage is 2d8. Rate of fire is 1. AP 2. And it has snap fire, so it means you take a penalty if you move and try and shoot with it at the same time.
So you said it was a car what?
I'm putting it all in chat for you.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. Now I will point out, Logan. You can do normal damage with it. Whatever your shooting rating is great. I believe Angel's got an ability called Dead Shot that automatically adds damage when he's using weapons.
Where to fire?
Yeah, Dead Eye, yeah?
Dead Eye, that's what I'm thinking of, yeah.
Yeah.
Dead Eye, so he automatically does an extra either 1d6 or 1d... It's a 1d6 damage. Yeah, extra 1d6 damage with every firearm.
Well, that's okay. I mean, this is just a close distance. I don't really have another decent ranged weapon. So
Okay.
I got a medium weapon, which is my Tommy gun, but if we're shooting far off, which would probably be a good idea.
Okay. So hold on. So you're carrying right now a Tommy gun and a rifle.
Yeah, 21.
What else?
And then I got my 2 satchel charges.
Just
and 2 small
20
grenades.
pounds of explosives. What else?
And 2 hand grenades.
Any pistols or knives or anything like that?
Nope, I've got
No?
those claws. That's
Okay. I mean, you're extremely strong as well, so
yeah.
no issues with that yet. I think if you carried anything else at this point, you're going to start suffering penalties to stealth, just because you got too many things rattling around.
Yeah,
but you're
42
good for now.
Yeah, it looks like I'm carrying 42 pounds of gear. So.
Okay.
And don't go down, because I ain't lifting that up. I ain't lifting that as well
I
as
go
you.
down, drop the weapons.
Anything else you guys wish to look for?
I think we're good
No,
there.
I mean, I'll be keen to get on now,
Okay.
I think. Yep.
Yeah.
So, are you flying once again, or are you planning on driving now?
Take the truck while we
Yeah,
can,
I
right?
think it potentially.
The thing with the
less
truck is
risk.
it'll take you longer, and it'll be more encounters. The thing with the flying is that you did in 15 minutes you were able to cover half of the distance that you needed for this.
But would Logan speaks German?
Yep.
I do, yes.
He does look a bit
I have a
like soldier.
distinct Canadian accent, so it's not going to fly.
What the
okay.
German translation of A is.
Something angry sounding.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just fly there.
I mean, joking aside, am I going to be able to fly carrying Logan with all this gear?
Yeah. Well,
Short bursts.
it's only 15 minutes, and you're pretty fit as is.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
All right. Well, if you think, I mean, that's definitely the quickest way. So.
The other thing is, I guess, what do you guys to think of is what are you guys planning on doing when you get to Newport?
Well, we definitely want to stop short of Newport and take the stealthy route.
Regardless of whether you're flying or whether you're driving, or
Yeah, we want to stop short and like creep up. I think once.
Yeah, it's going to be increasingly stormy as we get there, right?
sounds
Yeah.
like you're still not hitting the terrible weather here. The worst weather seems to be off further up, maybe off the coast.
Okay.
Yeah, so we definitely want to stop like half a mile away.
We're trying to get to their sub, right?
think.
That they have.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah,
I think they have a sub.
something like that. And we want to take those two out if we can.
Yeah,
What was
get close.
as a reminder, because it has been almost a month since we played last, if you want to take a look at the handouts once again, remember these are the notes that
Yeah, because they were going to bring up something, weren't they?
Agent Angel had left behind.
So we assumed, rightly or
Submarine
wrongly,
super weapon
that it was some sort of submarine or something if they're going to try and bring something up.
involving detonations on the seafloor. It's being transported to Newport, so I'm guessing they're bringing the thing to the sub in Newport. Maybe we need to find it and stop the delivery. Blow it up first.
Yeah, so they can't even go down and
Yeah.
find it.
So maybe get to Newport, see what we can see, maybe capture somebody and interrogate them. Find out what the plans are.
Yep. If we get a chance to take out the bad guys, we'll take the opportunity. Otherwise, yeah, just disable their plans.
Nice.
Okay.
I think so.
So then, does that affect? Are you planning on trying to reach Newport by flying, or are you trying to reach Newport by on
Let's
foot?
fly in.
So
Fly
we'll
in?
fly, but
Okay.
like I say, we just want to stop. I don't know, maybe a mile short. Do you think, or
Okay.
half a mile short?
Sure. So let's do this same thing we did last time. It'll be a stealth check. At what did we say?
Was it -2 last time? Was it?
Yeah, 2 knuckle sandwiches. It's been so long since I set up these sheets. I had forgotten I'd set it up that way, but it's exactly. It gives me a chuckle when I see it. Stealth +1, it looks like. Oh no, that was when you flew in.
Yeah, you
-2.
used it at
yeah.
-2, yeah.
-2.
Yeah, I think that's when we attacked them.
Okay.
-2.
So let's see here. Come on. Yes. Beautiful. And it says congratulations. So I'm rolling, taking 2 dice here, or 2 dice, 2 cards. Let's see what, so spades and clubs. Okay. So then the options are, let's see here.
I do like the card system they have in this.
It's really fun, and like different clever ways. We haven't done a chase yet, I don't think, in this one. But yeah,
Not
like
this
you
one,
set
no.
up the cards to be like a to reflect sort of what you're progressing through and the challenges you encounter as you go along. It can be really, really fun. Okay, so we got options are spades are enemies, so I'm going to guess that's not what we want. Clubs are an obstacle. So do you want to deal with potentially encountering enemies or potentially encountering an obstacle? And the... oh, you know what? Hold on. No, ignore me. It's only when it's on a face card. So... an uneventful... You do pass by some things, but it is otherwise an uneventful thing, and you guys land on the outskirts of Newport. Now, let me show you the map of Newport for Pete's sake, these cameras.
The only obstacle Angel had to deal with while flying was my cigar smoke.
I think maybe he fakes some turbulence so it falls out of your mouth. Hey, what? Oh, sorry about that.
Do you want me to berserk while we're flying?
This is a no smoking flight, you realise that?
Hey, those laws haven't come into place for another 30 years, sir. 40 years.
Oh, you know what? Hold up. I actually don't think...
You haven't flied the Angel before.
I have not.
Logan, bemuses out loud. I wonder if I could fly if I had your cape.
You probably could, actually.
It is a device, yeah.
I'm not going to tell you that.
Well, if you ever, if you survive this mission or not, maybe I'll give that a try once. You probably go right into the ground. I'm not meant for flying.
Yeah, you don't want a Logan berserking.
Isn't Logan canonically not thrilled with heights?
I can't remember. Yeah, it would make sense for a short guy, but because he is 5'4". Okay. So, guys, this is the map of Newport. Let me bring you here.
Yeah, we had a handout with Newport.
Oh, did you have a handout already? Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, let me see if I can do this. Here we go. There is Newport. So this is where you find yourself on the outskirts.
Long bridges, okay. So they're controlling all vehicle entry here.
Yeah. It's closer to the coast, too, so you can hear the weather is much worse. This does seem to be much closer to where the epicenter of the disruption is happening. And you can hear the sound of thunder quite close.
They haven't figured out helicopters yet in World War I, right?
No, gyrocopters were introduced in the 20s and 30s, but helicopters were not certainly not in military use.
I don't think gyrocopters were really strong enough to lift heavy things yet.
No, and I mean, gyrocopter is kind of like a strangely rigged and very brittle, aircraft at this point. So
it was for surveillance only. Yeah.
There was a flying wing that the Nazis tried to develop at one point, and I don't know if it had VTOL capabilities or not, but in any event, but this is also the weird war, so... but this is where you guys are... Where do you see yourself setting down? Is it within that forested area to the south?
You're normally coming from this way, right?
Kind of, yeah.
We're coming from the east-ish, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The southeast-ish, yeah.
Yeah, southeast, yeah.
Maybe sit down over here, or is that too close?
By those rivers, maybe, do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I don't know. What's the scale in there?
6.5 feet is 1,000 feet. So, yeah, it would be about half a mile or two, or half a mile to 3/4 of a mile away from the city itself proper.
Yeah, that seems... Yeah, and hopefully those trees will give us a bit of cover flying in as well.
Perfect. Yeah. All right. Well then, guys, I think that brings us to the end of today's session. So, with you sitting down and you ready to make your way in, having had your first encounter with superhumans.
That was rough.
Yeah, it was not... well, I mean, once you guys got your footing and figured out how to fight them, you were doing pretty well. With, I mean, not Logan necessarily, but I mean, that's part of
bad
the
rolls. It was just bad rolls.
It was bad
just a
rolls.
bad
I mean,
start.
he's also like this is the reason I selected those adversaries for you is to is in part to kind of showcase or test out. You know, this is a classic trope from comics. Like if you're facing someone who is designed to, you know, to thwart your abilities, you have to figure out a way around it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's
The rolls not cooperating.
well, and you guys, but the thing is when you, and again, like I don't think it's your roles, John. Like this is just he's a real. If you fight him face to face, like the way you typically fight people, it's going to be extremely hard. You know, so what you have to do is either do what like Angel did and like, well, let's shake things up and try someone different, and that seemed to work. At the very least, he had an easier time hitting him.
Yeah,
But then that's.
couldn't get.
And the
that
game gives you
flying lady
the
is like,
tools
yeah.
to be able to do that kind of stuff. So I think that's it.
Well,
Just
now that I have a rifle, I can handle flying chick.
quite possibly, yeah.
Yeah, I was just a bit too banged up by the point that I thought of trying it, so unfortunately it didn't quite go to plan. But
We need to, like practice a trick where you grab me and spin around and fling me at her and just fly in the air.
What you need to do is convince someone else from the roster to join and play a super strong character, and then they can do the fastball special for you. But I liked as well how the shaken result that feels really appropriate for this kind of game, where you.
I did like it where he just took me out, just like one good blow, and just Logan was down. It's like, geez, I got a grudge against him.
Yeah, exactly.
Time to end this, beast. I was about to say, you're about to see me. Nope.
Well, the stun result too, like that was when he wasn't able to hurt you. That's why I decided to try something different, and then he shook that off too. So it's like, fucking,
Stab.
yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it was cool, and with the using the daily recovery thing, that's also great too. So like you can, you don't feel like you're the walking wounded for too long in it either. It's really good. Well, I mean, like I'm seeing it only from my side of the screen, but this is our first full-on superhero fight. Did that feel like what you expected a superhero fight to feel like?
yeah, dangerous.
Yeah, it's certainly dangerous, and reminded Logan that he is not the biggest, baddest thing walking around. I mean, he keeps walking around, but yeah.
we were both not useless, but we were both pretty badly banged up in the sky, and we were both not doing a lot once we were, or nowhere near as effective.
It was just, after that and just grabbing the guys and yanking them under, that was like, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
a
when
little
you
bit of
come
an ego
back to
restore.
normal humans, yeah,
Yeah.
bang bang. Oh, that's
Like
that done.
Logan is just slightly stronger and a lot faster healer. Otherwise, he's a human. So
To give you context for them too, like the humans that you're facing, they have like D6s for their attacks, and they don't get to roll a wild dice. So, and I am able to spend bennies on them, but they don't have any of themselves either, and they go out with one wound. So long as you inflict one wound. So and that's just savage rolls at general. I'm just looking at your stats here. Yeah, so you're a Jody. Your strength, your vigor are like near peak human. Mm-hmm. Your skills are like world class, and then the damage you roll with your if you get a hit on that guy, you're rolling 2d6 plus 1d4 plus 1d10. Mm-hmm. So that's a lot.
I just couldn't scratch him. Bones
couldn't get a hit
metal.
on him. He's just too good of a combatant.
Stupid shield.
But yeah, I mean, that I think is the interesting thing with the game is that it, it definitely feels like, to me, that felt like what a superhero scrap should kind of feel like, right?
I've already got ideas when it comes to at first I'm going to knock him on his ass.
Nice.
Then I'm going to pin his shield down, and I'm going to over and over.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Cool.
So yeah, he's going to have to use his rough and tumble skills and not just slicey slice.
Yeah, exactly. What's it? The thing that I think is going to be neat. Like, one of the best, Roger Stern issues of I think it was Roger Stern who wrote it of Spider-Man is when Spider-Man has to deal with the Juggernaut. Mm-hmm. And I could have it wrong who the writer was. I thought it was Roger Stern, but he. He's just like, what do you do against a guy who's just so much stronger than you and whatnot? And it's interesting seeing how he made creative use of his powers in order to deal with a problem that couldn't just be dealt with directly the way he normally uses his powers.
Yeah, you gotta catch him when he's not actually moving, because once he goes, he can't stop, and then you just keep him from moving.
It depends. That did not help a great deal in that, but. In any event, it is what do you call it? It is. I think it's gonna be interesting to see how you guys handle things. But for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for our part 3 of our Operation Angel Savage Supers adventure. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, there's a link down below in the description of this video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server. We have channels there dedicated to Savage Worlds and to every other game we run on the channel. And if you want to see more Savage Heroes too, I'm still at the time of recording, doing my daily Savage conversions. So we have 34 Marvel Golden Age heroes up there, and about 13 or 14 DC Golden Age heroes that we're working through. I don't know if I'm going to do this for the entire year, but I'm still enjoying it right now. So to the end of February, I'll be continuing to use these rules to make more DC heroes. In addition, there's a link down below to, in addition to that, there's also tons of other great channels on there. Find a group channel, information about, different conventions online. So, it's a great community that's built up over there, and you are more than welcome to join us. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have a terrific selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they also have a unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. If they don't have in stock something you're looking for, you can add it to a want list, and they will send you an email when it comes in stock. That includes all rare and obscure stuff as well. And if you make a purchase through their website of $10 or more US, be sure to enter the code THEMUSE at checkout, and you will save yourself 10% on your purchase. You can also, if you're listening to this at a more recent time or some other time after this, we change the code every for like 4 or 5 months or so. So be sure to check back on a more recent video if you find that that code does not work. There's also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. Heroes Save Villages is the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really amazing organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphan and abandoned children, including ongoing relief efforts in Ukraine at the time of recording. All donations that go through that link go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. Just goes to help out the kids who benefit from their services. And we have some small ways of saying thank you. One of those is if you donate $10 Canadian or more, and you have since January 1st, 2023, you will have an opportunity to vote on our next charity session. We had originally scheduled to play the first charity session for our year-long campaign today, but unfortunately we've had some players who are very, very ill, so we are going to postpone that for 2 weeks to give them a chance to recover, and then we'll be back in 2 weeks to play the first of our year-long Year of Ill Omens adventure or campaign. The first session is called Raiders of the Lost Arcana. It is set in the late 17th century in the Caribbean, with playing a group of occult investigators looking for some kind of treasure. I know what they're looking for because we had the session written and ready to go for today, but it has been the donors, and we're playing with Troll Lord Games' very cool, amazing adventures, pulp RPG. Donors will have shaped that session, but the next session of it will be in later in March, and donors will be able to vote on what game we're using, what time we'll be playing in, and all the other cool stuff that they did, as well as some fallout from this first adventure. Donors since January 1st who have donated $10 or more to the campaign will be able to vote on the first 3 sessions. So everything that's happening up until around June of 2023. And then afterwards, we'll be having, at the end of June, our first charity raffle for the year, where there's going to be a bunch of great prizes. if you donate $25 or more, you'll get a chance to win a prize, and every $25 Canadian that you donate gives you one additional chance. So not at $10, you get a chance to vote and help shape our charity campaign for the year. $25 or more gives you a chance to win, and for every $25 you donate, an additional chance to win a prize in the next charity raffle. And in that charity raffle, one of the prizes is a chance to play a game with us. So, you can find more about this on the Charity Initiatives channel on the Dungeon Musings Discord server. But yeah, and again, not only do you get a chance to help shape the year-long campaign we're running on, charity campaign we're running on the channel, you get a chance to win some cool gaming stuff, and most importantly, to help out some kids who could really use some help. The last thing I will say is an enormous thank you to our stalwart heroes for today. So, Darren and John, I'm so reliant on reading your names under this. We got to figure out something with these cameras. Oh my goodness. John, thank you so much for playing today, guys. This was a ton of fun. That was a lot of fun playing and I didn't hold back either. I went full bore against you. So you guys really took on some superhumans who got the jump on you. Yeah. That's also worth noting too, that this is also an encounter you guys had with villains you did not know what they could do. Mm-hmm. So, once you know what they're capable of and what their defenses are and shit like that, I think that will have an impact on your planning. But, yeah, great.
Well, I just like the way I like the mechanics a lot. It's just, narratively speaking, now Logan has a more of a tie-in into the game now because the guy killed him. And he's got a grudge to hold now.
Yeah.
It's
when it feels like we didn't plan it that way, but it feels like appropriate to the source material as well, right? Of that first meeting with the villains, you get your ass kicked by them and you have to retreat and then you have to rebuild and then go back and beat the shit out of them, hopefully.
Oh yeah. Like, how did Angel respond to like learning Logan's semi-immortal?
Well, that's what I mean. He was obviously shocked. He's seen all the previous healing, which is impressive in itself, and he's heard the rumors probably, but yeah, he wouldn't have come across that. I don't know if many people have seen him do that.
We're picking probably up with the Angel has had years of experience as a pulp hero in New York, where he's dealt with some really oddball stuff. So I don't think you're the first person he's known who's come back from the dead, but you're probably the first one he's met that isn't a villain.
Ah, gotcha.
Well, not all the time, anyway.
Iffy on the villain thing, like, depends on your viewpoint with Logan.
Yeah, I'll find him a villain
I can't wait.
Once a session.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that guy's reaction when Logan shows back up and he's not dead.
Yeah. That's going to be great. I think I'll give a big bonus to your intimidation check. Remember, the tests can give... That's another thing that you could have done, too. Shit. Mm-hmm. I didn't think of it. Is the test. A test will give... You can make them distracted, so they'd be... Their parry would be too lower.
Yeah, and disarming them would be easier if they're distracted. So
most definitely, yeah. So like that's and then a team up, gang up bonuses grant a +1 to attacks on them too. So like doing that might also assist, and also there's an option in the superhero thing of combining attacks as well too to try and get through tough armor. Yeah.
Since you showed me the cog thing on this character sheet, I was reading through everything like I know.
Oh, there's so many good options in Savage Worlds. Like it's really. Yeah, it's a very, very fun game to play, and I find that the swinginess of the dice rolls, which have bugged me in some other settings, I define that this is entirely, setting appropriate in this game. Yeah, love it.
I don't normally swing for superhero games, but when Logan comes in, and it's really good. I like it.
Yeah, awesome. It don't show. The enthusiasm doesn't show, John.
So then, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for our latest session of Savage Supers. We will be back in 2 weeks' time to see our heroes try and infiltrate Newport and get some revenge on those Nazi villains. Until then, we hope that we've given you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes are trying to thwart in the region bordering on Belgium and the Netherlands in May of 1940. Until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.